through. Truth or fiction, who are you? Mask on mask, it's all review. The crowd decides the false and true.
Jake in the chair, Cody in the chair, into somewhere right here. Chat filling up, thumb hit, lock in. Logo spin once, then the car drops in. Still hanging high, city buzz, night cold. 6 walk in, 1 walks out. Go elimination on the screen. We break every scene from the kickoff talk to the last red gleam. We got stats, hot takes, rewinds, replays. Who's punching that ticket on the grandest stage?
In somewhere.
Turn it up, don't scroll. Jake, Cody, break it down. Every slam, every goal.
Into somewhere.
Who survives that war? Who's walking to the sign? Who's tearing down the door?
Into somewhere.
Yeah, the road's in sight. Say the name, point it up. Who's booked for the night?
Into somewhere.
We call it like we see. Wrestlemania dreams through the cage on the feed. First pod open, crowd rise, hearts race. We call out spots before they even take place. Yo, that counter was wild. Cody leaning in the cam, Jake scribbling on the pad. Tier list of the champs. We rate gear, rate heat. Did they cook? Did they flop? Did the story hit deep or just die on the drop? From the grudge in the mid to the main event glare, we connect every thread to the big two-night prayer. Who's winning that shot? Who? Type it up in the chat. Yeah. Who's holding that belt? Who? Never coming back? Who climbs? Who falls? Who's stealing the show? Hit pause on the hype, we rewind it slow. In the somewhere, turn it up, don't scroll. Jake, Cody, break it down. Every slam, every goal. In the somewhere, who survives that war? Who's walking to the sign? Who's tearing down the door? In the somewhere, yeah, the road's in sight. Say the name, point it up. Who's booked for the night? In the somewhere, we call it like we see. Wrestlemania dreams through the cage on the feed. Lights fade, stream stage, chest up going insane. 2026 etched in the digital flame. Hit sub, hit save, we'll be back, be aware. Next stop, big stage. From into somewhere.
Elimination Chamber, woo, 2026 in the books. Did that not go exactly as we said it would? Predictability is not always a bad thing. It was entertaining, but we've got quite a bit to discuss tonight. February 28th, 2026, Elimination Chamber, live from Chicago. It's your Into Summer review. It's Jake, aka Countdown Ended. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream, no matter where you're tuning in from, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. That's our home base, so make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/Jake DeMarco. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you're doing well. As you know, I don't come alone. I always bring backup. That's right. I've got the man, the myth, the legend himself right here. Mr. He's Not Happy at Danhausen. Cody Onidi, 316.
Give me a hell yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I know Jake DeMarco is going to be jerking into the Danhausen reveal like John Cena's heel turn last year. That's how he's been comparing it all night. We're going to get into that shortly. You can do your introduction, but predictability is a pain in the ass sometimes because it limits WWE's creative freedom, and we always just fucking defend it. And I'm getting sick and tired of everyone just defending Sesame Street booking.
I love theater. I loved it. It had theater, it had dancing, it had vampires. What more could you need? Three of the three
trash.
things. Olé! And as always, we've got the other legend, the man himself, the master of the hangout, and the man that just keeps ticking up subscribers himself.
No.
It's the one, the only. It's Spaz Phoenix.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Right.
It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check, hanging out with Jake, hanging out with Cody. I'm gonna reach across cyberspace and I'm gonna pat my buddy Cody on the shoulder right away and say, buddy, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Because
where did Danhausen doll touch you? Tell us.
Right.
How did it hurt you?
Let me just say before we get into
Chicago, back to the stream earlier. If there's a place to reveal the Mr. Danhausen, it's Chicago, the smart fans. Damn right they're smart because they boot the shit out of that dumbass segment. Fuck right, they're smart.
There needs to be a requirement. Am I wrong? Consensus should be every time they're in Chicago, they should have the guy for when Punk came back and he wrapped his arms around Punk and was like,
you went, Chicago.
Every time Punk wins, he needs to jump in the ring and just strangle Punk and be like, yeah, Chicago. I need that. He had the fucking Alan Parsons Project Chicago Bulls intro. That took me back to fucking second grade. Oh my God. I got teary-eyed nostalgic watching that happen. I was like, oh my God, same announcers. Oh my God, it just took me
He's
back.
talking about Danhausen, by the way, folks. He's not talking about CM Punk returning to WWE. He's not talking about John Cena's heel turn. He's not talking about any of that. Don't make a mistake. He's talking about Danhausen debuting in WWE. It brought him back to second grade with a tear in his eye. That's what Jake's talking about.
I'm gonna relax.
Can I say something though?
Yes,
Can I say
please,
something,
Baz.
though, right?
Be the voice of
And
reason.
I'm gonna draw a comparison, a positive one, to AEW, which hardly ever happens. So throw it in the history books, right? When CM Punk was still in AEW and he had the match with MJF, I think it was the dog collar match,
Yes.
and the lights went out and he came out to that entrance that later on I found out was his old ROH entrance, right?
Yes.
But it was one of those, at the time, I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I liked it.
Oh my God, the
This was the-
nostalgia when that happened.
this was the
You
same
can't
thing
hear
for
the
me.
music, but it's playing. Recognize what they call us beyond. Sorry, it has to be said. Anytime you bring up the dog collar match, you had to hit the
My
button.
point being, two things.
Yes.
A, they did another cool thing here, and B, I'm a very petty person.
Yeah, right?
I didn't know what tonight's thing was either. I'm not a basketball person. Overall, up until very recently, I just so happened to get into MMA a little bit. Gee, I wonder why. But I'm not a basketball
be.
person. I
Did
did.
you hear Danhausen was fighting or something?
Yes, Danhausen is going to referee Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. It's fine.
Yes.
Don't
Oh,
worry
I
about
wonder
it.
why you got
Alright,
into
this is-
MMA. You were
We
like, oh
will
my
get
God,
into the box
legendary
reveal.
figure
But
himself.
this
But
is
how
what I'm
could you
gonna say,
not
though.
love every time they said cursed in the music? He went, and then there was like a little pyro.
It sucked. How could you not like it? Because Jake, you have to agree with the Chicago crowd that you called smart tonight, right before the
I was
preview of
hoping they would
Elimination
like
Chamber.
him. I was being
They booed him.
positive. Cody, I
They
was
booed
being
him.
positive.
I know we're going to
I
spend a lot of
enjoyed
time.
it.
I know we're going to spend a lot of time on how much Cody
enjoyed
hates
the booing.
Danhausen, but let me finish
Yes,
my
please,
point.
please.
Am I a petty person? When the lights went out for CM Punk's entrance,
Yes.
I was like, are they going to rip off the AEW entrance that ripped off the ROH entrance?
So
Before
funny
the
you
music
mentioned that
kicked in?
because that is in the 2K26 game. They have the
The
ROH.
ROH one?
Yes, they included it in the My
Really?
Right section from when you get to be that era of CM Punk.
Really?
It's so cool that they got the rights to it. So I thought that what was exactly. I was waiting for it. I'm like, but I like the Chicago Bulls entrance. That was fucking sweet.
So
Hometown of
they're
Chicago. That
acknowledging-
song can be used anytime, but you can't do Alan Parsons Project unless you're in Chicago. That
Well, this is the thing. Like this is for me putting my hands up in the air, like just not being a sports person, not getting the reference. But the same as with the AEW thing, I didn't get the reference either. But it was still a kick-ass
Well,
entrance. That's
here's-
all I need to see.
Here's the thing, like being a child, early 90s, like in that era, this was like the thing. The Chicago Bulls, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, like all of them, they were it. I wasn't even into basketball, but it was just like so freaking cool. And then you had the Dream Team and all of the Olympic, all of it. Great
Well,
time.
because secretly everything wants to be wrestling, so everything has a
Space
cool
Jam.
entrance.
It's your dance to the chance at the Space Jam. All right.
Is it bad that I can jump in with you on the lyrics?
Right,
on that
because
one?
you,
Anyway.
even being from Canada, sir, last year you were at the Chamber.
Yo, we clutched up
Chamber in Toronto.
Elimination
I'm not
Chamber.
drunk.
Still
It's been a
It
long
was in the
day.
dome.
It was in the
Yo, we
dome.
clutched up
Are we
Toronto
sure this
Elimination
show is
Chamber.
good when you're glazing CM Punk's entrance so much? Are we sure this show is that good to y'all? You're like, oh my God, I know, right? It was so
listen.
good. It was so
I didn't
handsome.
say it was
so
amazing. I said I had fun.
Oh, you're orgasming over there. Between
I'm-
CM Punk's entrance and Danhausen's box reveal, you fucking want to see what's inside his box of change for once, huh? I'm pretty sure.
I just
Let's
said I
get
thought
into
the
this
entrance was
review.
cool, man. The
I
entrance
am
was
going
cool. It
to
led
be
a
on
great
a
match.
massive rant. I
I bet
want
you
to
are. That's okay.
shit about that box. So let's speed this up because I'm about to fucking shit on all the predictability
So,
Sesame Street
Two
booking.
things. I want to comment on what
Asuka
Spaz just said.
Cody,
Cody, I'm going to let you
Triple H
rant.
together.
We have no time constraints. We're going.
I hate to give you the cut and paste answer because
Yes.
everybody's going to tell you the same thing. Sometimes things are predictable because they're what makes the most sense.
Yeah, and I don't hate
yeah,
that.
but in TKO world, some things are just predictable because it makes the least amount of sense. Please
okay,
tell me.
Let's flash forward because I know we're going to start with
You
the
know
first
what I mean?
match.
Well,
Randy Orton makes sense
no,
winning. Yeah,
we're
okay,
going to get
that
through
makes
it
sense.
all. And,
No,
and that's
Randy
the
Orton.
thing.
Randy Orton is one of those things of
That's
like,
logical.
I knew
Yeah. That I'm
it's
okay
logical,
with.
but it's the match I cared the least about. I am more happy about the return
Yeah,
of Seth Rollins than I am
sadly,
about
I
who won that
mean-
match. The other three matches gave us exactly what we wanted. I'm sorry. I know everybody else wants to get their special sock out because they thought Bianca Belair was going to be back in time to face Jade Cargill because Bianca Belair is the only one that's allowed to have spots like that.
I mean, Rhea and Jade.
I just want to bring point to this before we get into the chamber really quick.
I'm fine with Rhea winning, but what's the story there if we're going to say what makes the most logical sense?
Hold on. Before we get into the chamber, let me finish the initial thought here. Let's
just
really
because
get
she's the biggest
it.
star in the division makes the most sense. What about so stories don't exist anymore?
The story is the fact that she won the chamber and dominated 5 other people in the chamber, and that gives her a title opportunity.
That's still not a story. She's the biggest star. Oh well.
Okay, so the Royal Rumble. Then the Royal Rumble isn't a story.
There was a story. They had potential for one, and I criticize that too. They fucked that up. They had Liv and Raquel, right? With that situation, they were beefing, and they had a story there, and they fucked that up as well. So it's just
they threw together Liv and Stephanie, which was
logical.
But
story.
a brand new person going into the Royal Rumble and winning, beating 30 other people, and getting the chance to pick a champion of their choosing is also a story. It's just not a personal story.
Yeah, it's not personal, but you still get a entry. I mean, it's something to launch off of. It's just not what anybody had really envisioned for what we could have gotten or should have gotten, really. And it's not the worst thing. Rhea is a good choice. We're going to get into all of it, but Spaz, I'm going to give you your flowers because you said right here, Danhausen was in a few social clips with Punk.
I knew he was going to bring up Danhausen.
Well, no, it's a tweet.
You flowers.
I'm going to mute you. All right. Danhausen was in a few social clips with Punk, and now AEW and Tony Khan want to fuck with him. And that was the truth. He went ahead and he got himself locked
Jesus
up.
Christ, you found an old tweet of mine.
Right, all the way back from August. And almost a year before we've got you saying this. And the funny thing is, I was like, funny how things turn out. You wanted to be petty. You got to be a little petty here because all he did was he had no plans to go to WWE at this point. He did a video with Punk, and he has outright said that it was that treatment, them renegotiating and continuing. They basically re-signed him without his permission, and then they limited him on what dates he could take with indie promotions, which nobody else in AEW, so long as you're cleared for AEW schedules, you can do whatever else you want. But not Danhausen or Ricky Saints or Penta or Aleister Black or Rusev.
Or anybody that they knew was going to the A show.
Ray Phoenix, so on and so forth. They put him in Guantanamo Bay. So you tweeting this out, it really was omnipotous of what was to come because he said
I love that you
this
didn't tell
moment.
me that you found that.
No, I just wanted to surprise you. But I said, funny how it turns out. I just tweeted that out before. So I couldn't even watch tonight on the ESPN app. I don't know what was happening, but it just kept crashing. Every 6 seconds, it would reload and crash. So I went and actually bought a VPN subscription through my phone so that it was like $1.49 a week, whatever. Not like it was expensive, but so I could watch it on Netflix finally. And I caught up like through the breaks.
Were you watching it on a Canadian stream?
I was watching it on a Singaporean stream from Singapore. Is that Singaporean, Singapore? Whatever the plural of that is. Still, I've gone ahead and traveled the world and back to make sure that we could review this show for you. And that's indeed what we're going to do, folks. We've got a lot to discuss. Hit the like button, subscribe, and all that jazz. And thank you for being here. I've got to go ahead and click the eyeball on the Spaz info chart because he's here as well. So make sure you follow Spaz and Cody and everybody else in the description box down below. We've got all their socials and info. This is your Elimination Chamber review. It's going to be a spicy one, I'm telling you. Hold on. February 28, 2026, they're in Chicago, Illinois, at the United Center. I always say noise because it drives people nuts, not Illinois. Sorry, that's what happens. And the noise was brought. This was a very good crowd.
Like people from Massive Two Tits.
Yeah, they said, it wasn't sold out. It's set up for 18,295, and you only sold 18,208
You know what?
tickets.
We can actually agree on something here. It was a very good crowd. You want to know why? You want to know why it was a very good crowd? Because they booed Danhausen, and that made me joyful. That was the best part of the show.
Chicago.
Best part of the show.
Chicago.
How can you be joyful when you hate joy? Cody, why you hate fun? Cody, why you hate joy?
Enjoy
WWE hates fun. That's what they hate.
Nah.
So here's
They
the
got our
thing.
truth eventually.
Let's just talk about the vampire-sized elephant in the room. We've had this box for a while now, and this can't be ignored. It really can't, because this has been a mystery for a while. And I kept saying, if it was Danhausen, it's
I'm sorry.
probably
Would you like me
be
to
a
have Cody
letdown.
reveal this with you? Like, you want to have him review the
I'm not
box with
overly
you?
happy.
Because
I think
I'm
he
sure
might be
he'll
surprised.
glaze it with you.
I'm not glazing entirely. Give me a second. So what they did, the production value, all of it, the dancing, the music, every bit of it fits his character perfectly well. Here's the problem. They led people to believe it was going to be a Jericho or some gigantic reveal with how everything has been, oh, look at the box. Look at the box. Like, it wasn't something just in the background. It was showcased. What is this? What the is in the box? Everybody wants to know. Everybody's trying to find out, but we don't know what's in the box. We're all trying to find out, right?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? And what's in the box was very nice and very evil.
It's disappointment.
It
sadness,
was disappointing because
depression.
the crowd did not know who he was. I was
EKO
wrong. I was
bullshit.
very wrong. I figured, Chicago, they're usually a smart wrestling audience, that they would be
Oh, yeah,
familiar
they
with
are.
Danhausen.
You were right. They are smart. They boot him.
Even if they were like in tune to
Geniuses,
Danhausen,
Chicago.
they
Ladies and gentlemen,
booed
I
the
just
shit
want
out
to
of
shout
him.
out Chicago, Illinois for booing Danhausen. Great on you. You're the smartest wrestling crowd in wrestling history. That was a beautiful moment. Top 3 moments in wrestling history. Cinema.
Cinema, indeed. I mean, so why did you hate it so much? Cue me in on why it was so bad.
Because the character is so fucking dumb. He looks like a fucking geek. He looks like a fucking skeleton. Ooh, like a fucking retard out there. I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm so
All right.
sorry. I'm
so
not
you don't
gonna
like
glaze.
Danhausen. Have you watched anything from Danhausen? Have you watched matches?
Yes,
Okay,
he's
all
not
right.
good. He's not
See,
good. It's just like,
I'm on the other side of it.
Okay, I get it. Like, comedy characters are so fun. If they're a comedy character, you have to act like Barney the dinosaur and say, everything's happy and start singing show tunes,
Here's the
But
thing,
I'm not
though,
going to
it's
do that.
niche,
Some
and
comedy characters are dumb.
I think they're going to give it minimal attention, but enough attention that like people will be familiar with him, but he's not going to be a main player by any means. He's going to be backstage doing things with R-Truth, I envision. But he can put on funny matches. He does the whole tequila thing. That's always great. He's not a bad wrestler by any means. He can put on a hell of a match.
He's generous. He came out and gave Michael Cole a present.
Put him in AAA.
Gave him teeth.
He'll
That's a
fit
lot.
right
He
in.
uses teeth as
I would
currency.
love it if they put him in AAA. I'm not going to lie.
I would love it too.
Danhausen has a
Put him
wealth.
right there.
Him and Mr. Iguana are going to make a great
you
tag
hate AAA
team.
too?
He doesn't like all the
I
flippy
like people
things.
in AAA, but I don't like flippy dippy dee da. I don't like it. But I do like some wrestlers in AAA. But I know Mr. Iguana Danhausen, Night 2 main event of WrestleMania, Bucket, Spaz, and
They're
Jake
going to be the
approve, I'm
tag
sure.
team facing.
Nobody's saying that.
Uh,
Like,
Joe Hendry,
the Wyatt
Joe Hendry
Six.
can be the special guest referee, and
Hey, Joe Hendry's going to main
Oh,
event
like-
WrestleMania one day, buddy. I hate
Oh,
to
you're
tell you.
saying it.
His name and he appears. I believe
what?
in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Why can't I have the power like he does? Just appear, disappear, get me the fuck out of here. Let me teleport to the bar. Regardless,
I mean,
this
like, if
box,
any,
I
for
thought
any-
it was
for
fun.
anybody tuning into AAA later on tonight, we got Omos in a match, so not
Yeah.
everybody's flipping around.
let me teleport to overnight therapy for having to watch SmackDown last night and having to watch WWE tonight, and then I'll probably have to watch Monday Night Raw, and they're going to do more illogical shit. So
See, I
I need
feel
some
like
therapy 24/7 on the clock.
It's going to be very inconsequential. I have more problems with other stories and other things. I feel like this is
Yeah, I have
such
more
a...
mental problems watching this show sometimes,
Cody,
because they
I
make
feel
you
like-
fucking lose brain cells any way they possibly can.
This could have just been a commercial break. It didn't interrupt the flow of things. It didn't ruin things. I mean, the crowd didn't love it because it was a disappointment. They thought they were going to get a Jericho-level entertaining surprise, and they didn't.
Okay, here we go.
But I thought it was
Jake,
done
Jake,
very
Jake,
well.
I'm gonna cut you off for a second because this is not necessarily you. More
Call me
generic
Jacob.
problem,
I kick
right?
you off the air. Don't you forget the rule number 17. It's Jake,
All right,
not Jacob.
cool.
That's
I lost
the
the
key.
book. I'm sorry.
I know.
lost the book.
It's
I'm sorry.
thick. I know. It's
Here's
a lot
the
of
thing.
rules.
Here's the problem that is arising in general, and it happened at the debut of Raw in January. It happened at the Rumble. It's happened again tonight. Everybody's got it in their head that Jericho is eventually coming because Jericho does have a brain in his head and he wants to get out of the mud and whatever.
Jacoby
Nothing-
here. I'm sorry. You don't want to
Nothing
see
to do.
Lesnar and Danhausen?
I want to see Lesnar. and
Jericho is
Daniels.
it's the words right now. He's just confused which company actually is the mud right now. He's like,
Actually, no, they're not.
Continue,
because WWE's
Spaz.
kicking
Sorry.
the shit out of AEW.
They are
But my thing
murdering
is,
them.
because right now they are separate point. My point is, people have Jericho in their head now. Now, as you've mentioned already, Tony Khan's doing his contract fuckery like he did with Phoenix, like he did with whoever and whatever. So every single thing that's a question in WWE right now, every time the answer isn't Jericho, people are not saying Cody before you jump on me. But every time there's a secret or a what if or a whodunit or a surprise or whatever that's not Jericho, it's automatically going to be a failure because it's not Jericho, because people have told themselves it's Jericho. That doesn't fly.
Very true. And it doesn't.
Because nothing about this said Jericho.
That's what I said in the beginning. People are like, oh, it's such a Jericho thing for him to come out of a box. I'm like, how? I know he's like a little bit zany, but he's not a very, like, this screamed
I wish it was just
Danhausen
another
from
box.
the very beginning. From day one, I said, if it's not Danhausen, then it's going to be like a statue.
Jericho thing. The last person in WWE to come out of a box was The Fiend. And that kind of made sense because it was a creepy Jack in the Box thing.
Yes. And that worked, but.
And that was, okay, and to be fair, that wasn't advertised in advance. That was just part of his entrance.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, like, it's been a while since they've done a reveal thing. Last thing besides, I think, was like the golden
you
egg.
can't hype it up for weeks and acting like it's this big monumental deal and then have it be whatever the fuck that thing was.
But did they hype it up as a big deal, or did they just walk by it backstage and say, what the fuck is this?
No, they kind of promoted it very well.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna introduce the
I
crowd
think
to
they said it was a
Danhausen.
thing.
There was a lot of lore behind Danhausen, like he pays with teeth as currency. Like there's things that are there that I think the universe will grab onto.
There wasn't.
When you're hyping it up for the PLE, you're kind of trying to make it a big deal, right? We have to reveal this at the pay-per-view.
The people may not have liked it, but
fair.
WWE did come out swinging, saying this is like a big deal. This is somebody you should pay attention to going forward. So. But he never got to wrestle in AEW. He didn't use him because he was friends with Punk. Like, that was literally, he hung out with Punk and Ricky Saints and made a vlog very early in his AEW career. And then they were like, he was injured early on. And then when he finally got cleared, they were like, oh, we're not going to use you. Then, after not using him for almost a year, they re-upped his contract for another year and then wouldn't let him leave yet again. So, like, it was bad.
Okay, so here's the thing. And here's where I think a lot of people want to, like, it's a hard thing for me to say, because if they're doing a whodunit, what is it, they're kind of asking you to sort of play detective, right? But the whole thing, oh, it's Chicago, it must be something to do with Punk, and Danhausen and him are friends. So are we saying that, like, say, I mean,
that was part of the clue, like, that's why I didn't mind, and it fits Danhausen.
Ricky Saints is already in NXT,
clue.
right?
Maybe they should have just had it been a coffin to begin with, and then everybody would have known.
Who he is. He's not as, I don't think he's as popular.
He's not. That's the thing. He's not. That's the problem. They're working on an uphill battle here. They showed him and the audience booed him, so now they're like, shit. But I'm hoping they could, he's very comedic.
So
he's funny.
They
like R-Truth. They like, you know what I mean? So I think comedy is not dead. Everybody's laughing at Johnny Gargano planking everywhere.
Okay.
If comedy's not dead, Danhausen's going to be the one to put that nail in the coffin. Rest in peace, comedy 2026. Good night. See you later. Woo-hoo.
Actually, cool. He didn't even have to choke out Jungle Boy, and Danhausen did get released. What's up?
No, I was going to say, like, I get that we are, like, I will defend the existence of comedy wrestlers in wrestling and use R-Truth as a prime example.
Usually it's me versus you, Spaz, but I'm on your side entirely.
We're not comparing Danhausen to R-Truth. Never do that.
No. But what I'm saying is you can't compare R-Truth to Danhausen as far as a response, because I'm sorry, the 5 or 6
because R-Truth's actually funny.
Okay, you want to let me finish my point or not?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Come on.
The 5 or 6 people that actually still watch Dynamite weren't in Chicago tonight. The 5 or 6 people that still watch Dynamite are probably watching Collision right now. The 20,000 people that came to WWE have had 20 years of experience with R-Truth and 5 minutes of experience with Danhausen. So you can't compare those two reactions.
Yeah.
Especially when he was like the absolute bullet point of last year. Oh my God, how could they possibly fire R-Truth? He was the news guy for everybody that hated WWE.
Yeah.
So positively and negatively, he's been in the WWE fan conversation for like 20-ish years, minus when he was in TNA for a bit. So how do you compare a reaction for a character? And yes, they're both comedy characters, but you have 20 years of experience with one and 1 day of experience with the other. Comparing those two, that's a false analogy.
I think I was just
Well,
saying
one
they're
has
comparable
charisma,
for
the
being
other
in
doesn't.
comedy.
Okay,
You know,
well.
that's it. They're comparable because they're both comedy acts, and I think Danhausen is indeed funny. I like the Crypt Keeper, Monsters meets Addams Family thing that he brings because he's edgy. So that's the Crypt Keeper. He does the whole vampire thing from the Monsters, and he's very quirky and weird and does things that are obscene. So that's more the Addams Family and how they fit. That's what I grew up with. I love it. I like it. It's funny. I've got a pumpkin tattoo on me over here. You know, like it happens, and the computer's eating me up because I don't have the green screen put up. But yeah, you know, I've got the Wyatt tattoo, and now the Wyatt 6 is nothing but nostalgia for his dead brother. That's a fact too.
Yeah.
Sorry, just
And
throwing that out
it's
there.
still good.
And remember, folks, final
Sorry,
thing on
last
it.
night killed me. They still
R-Truth
stole the
has
lantern.
charisma. Danhausen does not.
All right. But see,
Thank you.
I think they have to just
The TK check cleared,
educate-
I take it.
I think they have to educate people on Danhausen. That's the problem here.
Of course.
People didn't know him, so they gave him this weird introduction. But at least for a lot of people so far, they were like, "Oh, it was funny they booed it, but I want to see more," or "I'm curious." I've tempered, you know, my expectations with this box from the beginning. I warn people like it's not going to be something massive. If anything, it's going to be small. And not micro penis small, but small. And I mean,
But then you had the people on the other side of the coin that were like, "Oh, it's just going to be a case for the WWE 2K game," and I'm like, "That no," or it's going to be like a box with another box inside. I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
I like the idea of the slot machine for Vegas for like reading Y2J if they were able to get him out of his contract by Mania. I thought that would have been a cool idea. Not gonna lie.
it would have been, but so let's go ahead and start with the men's chamber. I'm going to go backwards just in this instance because Nick Aldis just announced that Drew McIntyre will defend the WWE Championship this Friday against Cody Rhodes for getting involved in the match and screwing him over. I know exactly.
Did you announce a new era yet?
I guarantee
Maybe that's
you
a part of the new era, and I'm going to
that
dance.
it could be the
Okay,
new
we're just
era,
gonna do
Cody.
copy paste stuff.
Here's the thing, though. That is absolutely going to end in DQ from Jacob Fatu. He's going to go to attack Drew.
And it's
Cody's
going to be a
gonna
triple threat
pissed.
Mania.
It's going to be a fatal four-way, if not a six-pack. People are saying it's going to also add Aleister Black and possibly one more. Like, I don't know if they need to add anybody else into it, but the fatal four-way.
They have to add Trick.
All right.
If you want to talk, if
you
you want
should
to talk
just
about
copy and paste. You love WWE, so
The
copy and paste
reaction
is
trick
right down
got
your
copy
alley.
and
tonight.
paste response, anyways, moving swiftly on. If you want
Yeah.
to talk about responses, you have to put Trick Williams in there. If you want to talk about like let's just go by what the crowd thinks,
I
that's
don't
why
think
Rhea Ripley won. If you
he
want
could
to
have
talk
been
about crowd
more
response,
over.
put Trick Williams in there.
Yeah. Trick Williams could not have been more over.
Oh, of course.
Why are they not listening? LA Knight, the fans were so upset and he slipped. Oh, God, he slipped. And I'm like, everyone's like, oh, see, he sucks. No, it's because the move that was done before, the person on the corner was leaning on the turnbuckle, so there was sweat all on top of it. You could see like things line up, and it's just like it's so unfortunate.
It also looked like whoever he was jumping towards was a little farther
Far
out of his
away, but-
position. That was not great.
Triple H.
I really
Yeah, go ahead. You really what?
I really want to, the conversation that I usually have with you about Raquel, it's sort of rubbing off on LA Knight. Like, I really want to give a shit. And then stuff happens.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
does.
everybody's
But,
chanting for
like-
Cody in the chat, but Spaz, Triple H just said, I think we're in for a fun time with Danhausen on this post show, listening here live. So he's excited. He's excited for what we're going to get with
That's a new
Danhausen.
comedy genius. We're in for a ride with Dan. Oh, that's great. Oh, man.
Oh, Cody,
love-
you
I
were
love how
just
you're
earning
acting like
those
they're putting
chat
it there.
points.
I
You
love
were
how you're
earning
acting
those
like they're
chat
putting
points.
him in the main event or something. Like
That-
he's not going to be like
Yeah.
a bit on the show.
A bit on a quick minute on Raw or 2 minutes on SmackDown. That's what he's going to be something backstage.
Then why reveal him at the Elimination Chamber?
So they can get the most
Hello?
eyes on him
knock,
at
knock,
once.
who's there?
Because it's a great
And
way to
everyone
reveal
else shut
somebody.
their eyes and booed. So
Because
that
there's
didn't work out.
They
for the
did.
end, did it?
It didn't
Because
work
there's
out.
never ever been a random segment on a pay-per-view. Never.
Exactly.
Never,
Like,
ever.
this-
There's
they
never
booed
been
the
an interview
gobbledygooker, they
segment.
booed the
There's
egg.
never been a talk show segment. There's never been somebody comes out to announce the attendance and gets knocked out for some whatever reason.
Do you both-
There's never been a random segment in the middle of a pay-per-view, especially a B pay-per-view.
Do you remember when they ripped through the Grayson Waller effect? And I think it was even in fucking Australia. And they just booed the entire time and
Yep.
fucking, we don't want this. You know, like, come on.
Yeah.
They've torn shit apart. They booed at the end, but at least they cheered when he was dancing and shit. They were like, oh, all right. Like, it just, you didn't know what
Are
to
you guys
make of it.
advocating for the Grayson Waller effect to return each and every week?
Oh, Jesus.
Who says he's going to be on there every week?
Who says it's going to be on every
I'm
month?
just saying
I
you
think
wanted to
he's done for. They revealed Seth Rollins as the attacker, not Grayson Waller. I'm happy that they revealed the masked man tonight. I did not want to wait any longer.
That was sad, man.
That was sad?
I wish Seth Rollins should have learned a thing or two from Danhausen with great reveals.
I'm telling you, that was a great reveal. They had the fake out with the fake ski mask having motherfucker.
I'm kidding. I like that part.
I know, but
relax.
No, but it was funny.
I do like the fact that they're using, like, okay, I know this is not something that, like, they're acknowledging on TV, or at least they're not acknowledging it yet, but, like,
at least Seth Rollins saved us.
Ski mask.
Oh,
and to ski mask these motherfuckers. All right, sorry, but
regardless.
No,
but I like the fact that, like, like the masked men, like, the reveal on SmackDown went over like a wet fart. Even I'll admit that. But when you go on like No DQ, or you hear the things the next day and whatever, and you find out that the people that were going out there as like fake Seth Rollinses are actually like him utilizing some students from his own school, I think that's a cool thing that they're
Last thing, I'm sorry, I have to. Last thing, I'm sorry, guys. But I think that masked man on Friday that got revealed got a better reception than Danhausen. Anyway, continue.
You're not wrong.
You got to.
But you know what?
Everybody goes, we're going to unmask him. We're going to unmask him, and everybody, it's a guy.
Here's the thing. No, but they played it up perfect
I think
tonight.
that guy has more.
If they handled this any other way, I'd be ripping it apart. But I said last night, what the fuck? Where was security? It was just some random guy. But nobody knew, and they're expecting it to be a wrestler, so security's not getting involved yet. Now tonight, they know.
I where's the security when Danhausen came out of the box?
Him too, but man, I think he was good.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. So we went ahead and we had a pretty. I thought it was a good reveal with Seth because he did the fake out first to get security and everybody out there. They dragged this random guy out of there, and then he runs in.
Fake out.
Yeah,
fake out, and then like in the shambles of that halfway up the ramp, and the way they even shot it, like, the way they shot it means, okay, you had to tell a cameraman to be there, so now it's obvious, blah blah blah. But he snuck in. What I will say, shout out to our friends over at the Wrestling for Life Network. It did drag on a little with the so there's been 2 or 3 eliminations, and now we just leave the door open and anybody can come in.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, I don't care, but if somebody says it, I have to say, like,
well,
maybe that's
the only reason I didn't give it shit is because the ref that had been opening and closing the door and relocking it was busy escorting out the masked man. And originally,
that part would make sense. I'll give you a little. I'll praise that a little bit here. That part did make sense where the fake masked man came in and everyone was distracted. They left the door open, so chaos pursued after that. I like the men's elimination chamber match. I
was going to say I didn't catch that the referee was up with the security doing the removal, so I take back what I just said.
But see, like such a simple, little small, like just turn the camera, you see him go this way. He's with security, and that was all it took. And there's points of where it's like. It's a nice touch to have, Raheem in the chamber with Trick and Javon, but I have to bring up one point, and I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. A simple slip of the tongue turned into a bit of turmoil online, and I don't really see how.
The announcement.
Yes. So Mark Nash is being called, just not a nice guy because he said Javon Williams, not Evans. And I was like, all right, they're calling him an outright, cyst. And I'm like, whoa, all right, that's a bit much.
Oh,
but
God.
Yeah, he doesn't need any of that. But Javon, like, how many times has Lillian said the wrong name? How many times? It happens. And especially when you're not used to introducing Javon on, like he doesn't do it often. Javon's not on SmackDown normally. Like it's the other way around.
No, he's on Raw, yeah.
So this was like you're
and
live,
Trick Williams
buddy.
is the name that he announces more often.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be turned into something that's nothing, but people want something to complain about to maintain those victim cards.
Yeah. I'm glad they're doing a lot from the post show, but TikTok just warned us your live show is flagged for hate speech and hateful behaviors. Repeated violations could result in your live being discontinued.
Nice.
Your live contains themes that may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason: hate speech and hateful behaviors. Really? TikTok? TikTok, you're terrible. Like I didn't even say the N word. Did you?
TikTok
What
doesn't like
happened?
Cody picking on Downhouse.
No, they like
That's why
Danhausen apparently.
TikTok's
I'm
a
not
shit app.
exaggerating.
You know
Like
what
it
TikTok
literally
is? So
happened
you're
here.
kiss my ass and your TikTok and your Danhausen fetish.
Oh,
Kiss my
God.
fucking
Talk
ass.
about being sensitive. Jesus. All
Well,
right.
TikTok's sensitive. They're the ones that are going to ban us for, for me, shitting on
Cody's not
Danhausen.
happy with what's in the box. Huh?
This is why we all need to support the rise of Rumble, and get away
Yeah.
from TikTok and YouTube and all that shit.
And funny enough, we're not streaming on
TikTok's
there,
the one, like, and it's not like, oh, look at me, I'm better, I went this way. It's just, it's one of those ones that I never got onto. When you said you were on it, I was like, okay, have fun.
We were doing really well, though. We had 900 and something people
I know.
watching and 1,000 likes right now. And it just went from all of those viewers down to 9 when it changed. It went from
Yeah,
1,000
no, I'm not,
to,
like-
no. Literally, it went from 960 something viewers to 9. We had over 1,000
Because you
likes,
two were
so.
glazing Danhausen. Then they're like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. And then they all
Apparently,
did.
I just don't want people to think I'm liking like 9 viewers, but 1,000 likes. Do the math. Soon as they sent us up for hate speech, they're like, "Good job."
God damn.
How do you get 1,000 likes when 9 people are watching? We're not buying those.
God,
I don't have that kind of money.
Everybody moved to Rumble. Everybody
But-
moved to Rumble.
Every
And we
Thursday we
can
do have
carry
game
on.
night, and people won some great prizes this week. Jeremy won
Nice.
some Xbox currency, and Liz won some Amazon gift cards. So congrats to both of them
Hey,
for
shout
tying on gift night. You know, game night's fun, but we turned it into gift night this Thursday. So if you guys want to win some prizes, every Thursday, UCR meets game night. That's the unapologetic, completely random podcast. Every Wednesday, we have Into Summer Weekly, and Spaz and I record before that for the State of Wrestling. That goes up on his channel live, and we're always live for pay-per-view PLE reviews, but we're live for Raw, SmackDown,
Who's
and
the,
NXT.
I have to ask, who's the CEO of TikTok so I can write them a well-written
An
apology?
angry
I'm sorry
letter.
For picking
Oh,
on
apology.
Danhausen.
No,
I thought you were
no.
going to say an angry lesbian.
Yeah, no. They
Oh,
don't
I'm
like
gonna lie.
Danhausen. That's why they banned us for hate speech. They don't like Danhausen. I thought it was
Oh,
the
that
other way
makes
around.
more sense. You know what, TikTok?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They tricked me into thinking that
Yeah, no.
you were
That's not
banning
at
us
all.
for my faults.
What
of
they have to
picking on
do is
Danhausen.
make sure that
You know
when
what?
Dan
TikTok, half
when
of the year.
Danhausen debuts on Raw, all he needs to do is defeat Raquel Rodriguez, and all will be forgiven.
Yeah, I mean that's just big ouch, though, right, Paul? 9 is still more than you could get combined, but I mean,
I do want to say before we carry on, because you spend a lot of time sending people over my way, and my
Yeah.
numbers are going up gradually because of it. It's my turn.
Yeah!
No, he's
I
got the
wanna say-
entire Danhausen fan base watching him on TikTok. That's who it is.
all
Fantastic.
1,000 of them.
I want to say the amount of stuff that you guys are doing, the amount of different things and variety of content that you guys are putting out. Like when you went away for a bit, and then
Oh, hold on, we got a donation coming through. It's loud. To let you know it's happening.
Cody has voice only a mother could love, but whose?
Yeah, I mean, whose mother? But it is a voice only a mom could love. Thank you, Pico, for being the first donor of the night and for the awesome super chat.
Yeah!
Yes,
anyways,
indeed.
before somebody else
Continue,
jumps in here
yes.
with another super chat, no, I just wanted to say, like, because you've spent a lot of time, especially recently, like putting my stuff over and frankly
Yes.
coming over onto my channel and making me look good. My turn to say you've been doing all kinds of shit. I don't think there's a day that you're not working on something, putting something out there
Trying.
into the universe and whatnot. And insane congratulations for where you've brought
Thank you, sir.
yourself, and you and Cody as well. And I, I
Absolutely.
hop on here like once in a blue moon, and I contribute like 0.01%.
Not
And
even.
You guys
contribute more than
you guys
that,
are pushing
far
the
more.
boat out through the water for the rest of the time. So it's
got the good
really fucking
paddles.
awesome to see.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
Belated, but like you came back from the brink and you hit the ground running and you're killing it. So
Yeah.
it's worth mentioning because you put me over a lot, and I need to return the favor sometimes.
Hey, no, not at all. I appreciate it greatly. I'm glad to see you ticking up. We're almost at 20,000 subs here, which is mind-numbingly insane. We said January we were going to start, and it's like around that. I think February actually. We're like, we'll give it a year. I said, and
I was gonna say
we'll see how it goes.
I'm like 4 subs away from my next.
Wait,
See,
like,
that's
like,
sorry,
awesome.
but
Love to hear
I'm
it. Go
going to have
subscribe
to do it again.
Spaz Phoenix
Jake, you said
Podcast.
all 1,000 of them. Jake, I wasn't referring to when you had 900 and something people viewing your stream. I was referring to when it dropped down to 9.
Yes.
About the Danhausen fan
Oh, you
base.
meant
Okay,
all
okay,
9
I
of
was
them.
just
Yeah, I got that. There's only
Yeah,
I
that.
thought you were talking 1,000
Big
total.
difference.
Yeah, no, just the
Wait,
9
that's
that are
way
actually
too much.
watching. Well, 1,000 out of the population of like what is it, billions and billions. I think that makes sense, but he's making
Yeah,
money,
I
so
think
it's got to
that's
be
still
more
a
than
lot.
9, unless these 9 are rich, because I'm not. But you'd think so, because Pico's supporting the show like a son of a bitch, being our top donor and all. But thank you so much to everybody liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to Spaz Phoenix and Mr. Cody Odidi. That's at Judgment Day Era. He's got some gaming content coming up. Tomorrow we'll be live with 2K25, but we did get a review copy of, Steam copy of 2K26. I emailed them and I'm like, I'm disabled and broke and I want to review it. And they were like, well, we got one left. Here you go. So it worked out. And we upgraded it with some leftover currency and we'll get it a few days early and we'll have that out for everybody. So we're going to go ahead and have the wheel. We've got more gaming nights coming. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a lot of things brewing. But thank you so much, Spaz. And make sure everybody goes ahead and checks out his channel because we're live with some great content every single week with the State of Wrestling. Yes, sir, please.
Yourself, myself, and Cody are all double streaming right now because my hangout is still going on, and you guys are both collaborators on that as well.
Yeah, right? I did. I pulled the ultimate e-bag tactic. I'm like, I'm poor. I'm disabled. Give me the game. And they were like, no, we see you on the channel and you're doing shit here. And I was like, thank you. And they were like, don't talk to us again.
You do YouTube. How are you not rolling in money?
Yeah, stop emailing us.
YouTube is run by blue hairs with bullnose.
I mean, I will be perfectly honest. I have no problem. I show all analytics. I so far with thousands and thousands and thousands of views in the past. Hold on. Let's see here. I will give you the swear honest. Let's see. Content. We've had 81,500 views in the past week. And for the month, that was worth, let's see here, $12. You know what I mean? Like, so YouTube doesn't, it's small potatoes. I'm surprised it's even that, but we're being honest, so it's just, yeah, there you go. But
worth more than Danhausen's charisma. Anyway, on to the next match.
On to the actual, so I'm happy with the men's. Everybody got a chance to shine. We got the reveal of the masked man being Seth Rollins. I mean, talk about making an epic return.
And that's not the reveal that they're hyped up for, folks, unfortunately.
How long did it take Seth to return, though? You figure he injured himself at Crown Jewel, so he had November, December, and January. He had 12 weeks to recover. I mean, it's about-ish time. He might not have any matches till Mania. But him and Logan, or him and Austin Theory, I don't hate. It's probably him and Logan, I would imagine. But there's a lot of pieces left. Now, I was listening to Spaz book Wrestlemania earlier on his channel. You're going to go ahead and check that out because he's got some great ideas. And we're going to touch on some points later. But Trick Williams, super over. The guy deserves his flowers because why is he over? He spent a little extra time in NXT getting that seasoning. And Road Dogg was right. People were saying Trick needs to be launched up. He needs to come up. But you know what? They held him down there intentionally because he felt like a gigantic octopus in a small pond. And they wanted that also, intentionally. They wanted him to feel larger than life.
I know this is part of the NXT conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep driving it home. I know, Jake, you and I have talked about it quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
The amount of people that are already over in NXT that just find that other layer because they're part of that, the TNA talent exchange. We talked about him. We talked about JC Jane. We talked about Cora Jade, who now just works there.
Yeah. I will. Elena Black, she followed me on Twitter a while back, and I talked to her briefly, and I was like, I really appreciate you coming back. I said, I know you probably could have made a bunch of money and just said, fuck it, doing what you offered, but it's good to see you being physically active and in the ring again. I was trying to be as polite as possible without being like, hey, your OnlyFans is fantastic, but maybe get back in the ring,
How about them titties?
Yeah, hey, we got a few bolt-on tits. I mean, Kiana James was in the ring as well, right?
No, she keeps killing it too.
I call her bolt-on tits because she has the most perfect fake breasts ever. And I know that's an odd thing, but they are just so there. They don't move, they don't jiggle, they don't wiggle. They're just cement.
So, you know what I think is hysterical? And this is a shitty thing to say.
It is.
But of all the people that were going to have that kind of wardrobe malfunction, that it was Raquel Rodriguez.
Right.
One of the ones that
Did not expect that at all. We'll get to that. But of
how
all
do you
people,
lose that which is not there?
I don't understand either. But you know who's one who always flabbergasts me, who gets in so many problems, but has never had any like slippage or issue like present itself past the problem, is Lyra. For some reason, she wears the collar neck gear, so the neck piece holds her top up, and that comes disconnected, unbuckled, whatever you want to call it. I'm a guy, I don't know. I'm not even wearing a shirt because I'm lazy. Yeah, look at that scar. That's right. That's right. That's a 90-day staph infection in the hospital.
Jake, we told you, man, save that for the OnlyFans. That's how we make the big bucks.
Well, see, remember last year, I was trying to show everybody at the Rumble the only Flair folder because, you know, Charlotte Flair, she won. And I was like, all right, this works. And then I clicked the wrong thing and I pulled up the wrong file. And since then, everybody has made fun of me. So I try to own it with the Banana Club thing, but. Welcome back to my OnlyFans. Tonight, I take the whole bunch. Yeah, I pulled that up by mistake. So, oops. But yeah, I mean,
banana.
I was happy because in the mess of all my files,
this is how it happened. You and I were talking.
They sent us from ringside.
I thought I got good first hand.
That's me on
I put it
footage,
in my
right?
OnlyFlair folder. So hold on, let me pull this up really quick. No, shit, no, hold on, don't look at this.
Tonight, I take the whole bunch.
Oh, gee, no, that's my OnlyFans. Fuck, don't look at that shit. Gee.
Yeah,
you pulled up
I
a picture
fucked
of
up.
me on camera.
I know, but I had to bring it
You know how
back.
long it's been
It was
since
a
I've been on
video.
camera.
I know.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna say it. I know I mentioned this on my pod. I'm gonna say it here too. Shout out to X Mega from the Wrestling for Life community
yes.
there, who saw the picture of me from the Destiny show and says, "Shit, Spaz, I just didn't know you looked like that."
I didn't know that was
I know.
you.
Like
I
I'm
had
like,
an
thanks,
On to
inkling.
the next match, guys. We'll talk about your, thing later with
You
your.
don't want to talk about physical
ONF.
body appearance, and let's go to the first match then. That was the women's elimination chamber. I love how they display the chamber. I am a fan of the bounce house chamber. I might be the only one, but I love the look of it. Being rounded off for me looks like more of a realistic cage match structure.
Maybe it looks cool if you're looking for.
The old one with the
fun
iron
and, like,
bars.
fancy.
I like the cage mesh in between instead of the iron bars. It looks easier to it looks more like a wrestling event instead of like the other one looked like, oh, we're gonna have guys in prison murder each other. This one looks like, oh, we're gonna have wrestlers fight it out in the cage.
Yeah.
Just saying.
See, and I think I'm the opposite, because if you want to have a cage match, just do a cage match. Like Elimination Chamber, when they built the original one, and I'm not talking about like the safety modifications you made to it. If you want to make the safety modifications because we don't make our money by how many bones we break in a match, like
yeah, we don't
some
need to hurt
places do.
people to prove anything. Exactly.
Yeah, we don't need cinder blocks and hypodermic needles to get people to watch a pay-per-view. But I don't care about the changes that they made to the chamber for like safety purposes and whatever. But I do aesthetically, I do like the round one better because it is such a change up from like any other cage match, like Hell in the Cell, Punjabi Prison, the regular, like even going back to like the old bright blue bar cage, everything is square because the ring is square. It makes sense. Elimination Chamber kind of stuck out as something differently because it wasn't that. It almost made me think of, for those people that like old school TNA, it almost made me think of the Steel Asylum.
Facts. I tried to
That
say
match where they had to, like,
hashtag
crawl.
and facts, and I got a cease and desist. What the fuck is up with that?
Oh dear.
Oh God. But
Anyway,
no,
it's
you're
not a
onto
big deal.
something. It is like the asylum.
It doesn't make or it doesn't make or break the match for me. But like if you just say which one do you think looks better, if you did the safety modifications that you did to this one and applied it to the old setup, I think it would look a bit better. But it's such a minor criticism at this point.
I wish I had a better reason for why I like this chamber than I like it, but that's really what it comes down to. Like the dome shape with the metal bars, like look more menacing, I get, but it looked less like a wrestling structure to me. Like this works for so many other things, and With it being a bit smaller, they can pull off more. I feel like they were always like further out from each other, so it was really hard to pull off multi-man stuff and other things. It's just me.
Wait, did we technically review the men's chamber, right? We did that.
Yeah,
right?
We'll touch back on it. But yeah, I mean, Randy Orton winning, we expected. I had hoped LA Knight would win.
The match was itself. The match but the Seth Rollins reveal and Randy Orton winning carried it.
Yeah.
If that didn't happen, then the match was bad.
Randy Orton winning makes
Those
total
were the only
sense.
two things that
There's
stood out.
nothing bad about Orton winning. He's going after number 15.
No, that's why I said that was one of the things that helped carry that main event. Besides the Seth Rollins reveal,
Orton
everything
even
else
said,
was,
Triple H has 14. I want 15. And then 16 is Flair and 17 is Cena. And he's like, and then all of us have something to be known as. He wants that 15 title before he retires.
I gotta interrupt for a second because this is something that Cody will like. I was sending for the brief period of time in the kickoff match, I had my screen divided into 4. It was the actual pre-show that was going on, plus the Wrestling for Life guys.
Yeah, I was checking them out too.
And their chat and my chat from the Hangout as well. So I just sent it over to Nick just to show how crowded my thing was. And he said something back. He's like, oh, I'll have to watch that later or whatever. But then again, and this is why I'm saying, only reason I'm repeating this is because Cody will like it. By the way, don't smoke a strain called Permanent Marker and then have to sit there for 4 hours to watch Danhausen come out of a box. Cody, I'm giving you a hard time, but you have some supporters out there.
I don't remember the strain we smoked, but it had some cool name to it. It was
we need a poll in the chat.
40%,
we need a poll in the chat about Danhausen.
I've got a hole in my pants.
Did you love the reveal or did you hate it?
I liked it. Danhausen is 2 thumbs up for me.
It was funny because it was funny, but to me, I've also got that entire section of things in wrestling that I can't really defend, but I know I'm gonna love watching people freak the shit out about. And I think at the top of that list was Daniel Bryan 18 seconds. And it's like, this is bad, but also Deluxe Man is going to lose his mind on Twitter.
We have Danhausen, yay or nay? Answer the poll now in the chat, please.
There's a Dan.
Let us know.
But no, getting back to what you're saying about the chamber.
Danhausen with my wife in a 3-way. Thank you, Cater Taker. Jesus.
Cater Taker's here.
But
getting back to what you're saying about this is what I like, and I can't even say why. Like, there's a million things like that in wrestling. I'll say this one only because it came up this week on one of the shows that I was watching. I don't remember which one. I can't stand the rampways that are level with the ring, where people come down the ramp and it's
I wish they had the stage. There was no stage. They had the Trons, which look good, but you're just coming out of like the part of the arena. You're coming out of the 119 section. MDB was there. His cousin did not know who Danhausen was at all and hated it.
Good job.
And he said that this was his least favorite part of the show, the Danhausen part. I get it, because if you don't understand Danhausen, you don't know him, why would you cheer? They didn't give you any inkling
from
to
a
cheer.
sane person.
Yeah. He makes Sammy Guevara look like a super heavyweight. Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be contending with anybody. He's going to be a comedy act. It's all going to be a joke. He's going to curse people and do stupid shit and make you laugh.
If I want to criticize WWE kind of pulled an AEW tonight, and this is the second time I'm saying this. Not a dig at AEW. I'm actually being critical of WWE, but I think they made the same mistake.
It's a rare sighting. No. We got Spaz criticizing WWE before GTA 6.
Yeah,
that's not a rare thing. There's actually a lot of stupid things happening in WWE right now. They're just not the ones that happen to be important to me. But no, they made the same mistake as what they did in AEW with the Dark Order when the Dark Order first made its debut. They kind of turned the lights on and said, "Ta-da! The Dark Order," and everybody went, "Who?
Who?"
And the problem is the biggest company that Danhausen has been the Mud Show, and everybody in Chicago, because of the assumption about CM Punk, the assumption about Chicago, and they did it, and they either knew who he was and didn't care, which is fine, fair, whatever, or they didn't know who he was and they went, who? So WWE literally Dark Ordered themselves. Is that fair?
That's absolutely fair, because they assume people would know who he is and they didn't know who he was. I would have been doing vignettes this entire time and just had a casket appear. You knew who he was, but you never liked him to begin with, so why would you care if he came to WWE?
Well, in the preview, I said that no
him.
one was going to know who he was, and he was going to get a bad reaction. I called
You
that.
were right. I told you were right. I have no problem admitting that. Cody Onidi was right. If I have to say it a few more times, I will. Cody Onidi was correct. He was right. He was amazing, and he was perfect. Cody Onidi Rhodes, I hereby bow to you and your prowess and excellence.
Now I don't want you to do that because you're giving me the same flowers as you do Danhausen.
No.
Wow.
Danhausen gets dead black roses. You get
Cody Onidi Raheem.
tulips. You know why I'm giving you tulips? Because what's better than roses on a piano?
Tulips on your organ.
That's right, Spaz. Oh, buddy.
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, we're not inappropriate at all here. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon, Trick, Logan Paul. We knew it was going to happen. Logan looked strong, 3-0 for eliminations, then gets taken out by Seth Rollins. It leads off to Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Cody gets fucked by Drew McIntyre. Fucked, and I mean fucked, and it did piss me off, but in a good way. Like, oh, I can't wait for Cody to fucking kill him. I want to see revenge. I censored that the best I could, but really, I want to see big time. I want to see and fucking all over the place. You better f him up. You get it? Got it? Good. So it's going to be a multi-man match. They're going to add Jacob. They're going to add Cody to the Randy match. And it's going to be the four of them. Okay, we predicted Randy would win. And that happened.
MDB in the chat. I'm just going to say this just to piss him off. You know who else they're going to... MDB, cover your ears for a second.
Oh, God.
You know one of the people that they're going to add to that match is going to be your favorite, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, I think, attacked Jay and Jacob. You know why?
Okay.
He's going after the bloodline. Okay. He's going after
maybe
the bloodline.
They should have revealed the Jacob Fatu attacker before they start another storyline on who attacked Jay.
I think Sammy has PTSD from the bloodline. Like, in a way, he's going to attack everybody from the bloodline. Jacob, fucking Jay, Jimmy. It's going to be revealed as Sammy is the one that's snapping because he can't handle it. They keep getting title matches and opportunities and things happening, and he's never won the title. All these years, he's
with
not
the
even
two
been
Z's
there.
in the chat. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah.
I see you.
How dare you say something controversial?
Well, whoever attacked Jay makes him the biggest baby face in the company because apparently no one likes him anymore. And the Yeet thing is a thing of the past. And that's the only thing about him nowadays.
Cody,
right?
but we discussed it before. Fans live play into their role really well nowadays. Like I always gave the example. They booed John Cena. The camera went off. They clapped. You know, like they knew they needed to boo him in that time. But they know their role and they know their like what they present to the match. They're very easily pleased. The fans were chanting, "This is awesome" one time tonight, and I was like, "Really? Really?" I forget exactly where. One of the times they chanted, "This is awesome," and I was like, "All right, we haven't really gotten anywhere yet." But I think it might have even been the women's. I don't know. I'll have to go back in my notes. But regardless,
and what's the next match? What were we at?
Well, we went back to the women, so let's go through it quickly. I mean, we've got Tiffany Stratton, who looked really good here tonight, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Kiana James. Raquel Rodriguez is the last one in.
I think Raquel was the MVP. Maybe that's a hot take, but I think Raquel was the MVP of that chamber.
The double elimination was great. I mean, Jeremy thinks
and
I'm
the spear
better
through
than
the
you two,
pod.
but, you know, Jesus, Cody, don't be that mean. I should shock you.
I've only, what I've said to
how do you feel about Alexa being taken out first, Spaz?
Ooh. Whatever she's doing at Mania is going to have to do with her and Charlotte. Whether they're still a tag team or whether they split up by then it is what it is.
I don't want to put up the email, but people thought that Alexa. Two people emailed me, countdownin@hotmail.com, and they went ahead and said, "Alexa is winning, you fucking fool! How dare you?" And I was like, why? Yeah, I just texted him back. I emailed them back one word. I said, why? And one replied and said, because then her and Charlotte can feud when Alexa wins the title. I don't see Alexa beating Jade. I didn't see Alexa winning. I think all of that was just inconsequential backstory to her and Charlotte. She made it in the match, but Charlotte didn't, and Charlotte was like, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm not freaking out, I'm being okay.
I wouldn't love it. I wouldn't love it, but if it was the opposite, and if it was Charlotte that made it into the match instead of Alexa, it still wouldn't make much sense, but I would rather see the Charlotte Jade match.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, just like not, and yes, Cody, I will admit, I'm not thinking about the story necessarily, but I'm just talking about like putting together a WrestleMania card. What match do I want to see on the night? I'm a big stan for Alexa Bliss. There's not very much interest for me in seeing Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
There is one with Charlotte. They've been teasing Jade and Charlotte, not very well, but they've been teasing it since Jade walked into the WWE. Since that, remember when she was showing up on every show and she was like, oh, I might go here, I might go here, I might go here. And she just kept on coming face to face with Charlotte.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's something there.
In
a very simple, like, I'm the head of this division and you're the new person walking in the door face to face. Grr.
Do you
like
really
that
have
kind of
interest in
thing.
Alexa and Charlotte, though? Be honest. Is that a match you think could take up a spot at Mania?
Oh, I don't think so, but I'm thinking like whatever they are doing will go through WrestleMania and probably be settled after.
It'll go through,
Like,
but it's not going to be at Mania. I don't see how that match
I
takes
predict we're
over
gonna get
anything.
I predict we're going to get a multi-team match for the
Women's tag titles. Yeah, because Lash
they're not,
Legend.
they'll be in it. They won't win.
Shouldn't they be the immovable force or the irresistible, whatever the fuck it is, instead of the forces? Like, I get it's two of them, but I know Nia Jax was already the immovable force or whatever. But like, come on, two of them, like, they are the force, not forces. Whatever. Regardless, I think it's still good.
Everybody's saying L-A, yeah.
I like them being champions because it sort of foreshadowed the what do you call it? I lost my train of thought there. I'm really sorry. It foreshadowed like them losing the tag titles kind of foreshadowed Rhea Ripley winning tonight.
The chamber,
there were people that were out there.
Yeah.
There were people out there that were saying that
Alexa?
oh my god. Yeah, no, there was people out there that were saying like, oh my god, she can't possibly win the chamber if she's still a tag champion because then she'd have to wrestle twice. And then I went to a quick Google of like, hey, Grok, show me how many people have fought more than once in a WrestleMania. And there's like 20 of them.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Just say you don't want Rhea Ripley to win. That's fine. Don't say, oh, they've never done this before, when a very simple Google search will keep you from looking like an idiot.
Absolutely. I'll be back in 1 second. Gotta go to a drink, and you've got Spaz and Cody to continue to argue. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought both chamber matches were underwhelming.
I'd be
If we're
okay
gonna
with
go
that.
there.
Yeah. Both of them had
think,
good spots, but yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that. I think Raquel, like the spear through the pod kind of thing, the double elimination. I think she was the MVP of this match.
Potentially. The double pod thing, I saw it and I did a really unfair thing. Is I immediately was like, oh, it would have been a little bit better if they had done this, because because one door was open and she sort of went through and out the other side, and I was just like, if somebody like one of the techs or the referee or whatever had thought to close the door and she went through two panes, that would have been a really wicked visual. Nevertheless, super impressive. My thing, and this has been a conversation that we've had repeatedly, more so on my show. So Jake's gone to get himself a drink, so we can talk about it for a second. I don't have anything against Raquel Rodriguez. I think she has an amazing personal story. Like, she's gotten over a bunch of medical stuff. She's been heavily involved in the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day has been pretty prominent on Raw.
I think ever since Kevin Nash said something, she's like took that like.
Oh, she carries herself like the bigger, broader, more jacked up character that she is, which is amazing. And everybody's like, oh, Kevin Nash doesn't give a shit about anybody. Well, he's literally helping her right now. My problem is, like, other than she's another person in the Judgment Day, I haven't grabbed onto, like, she's part of the Judgment Day. I'm involved in the Judgment Day story. I don't know what the Raquel Rodriguez story is. Does that make sense? And it's one of those, like, I can see physically she's amazing. I can see in the ring she's gotten a hell of a lot better. Not that it's really any of our business, but like some of the personal stuff that she's been through has been made public. So as a human, I'm behind her, but it's one of those. I'm looking at her and I'm looking at her being great, and she's a character kind of like LA Knight in the sense of like they're killing it. I wish I gave a shit, and I don't know what's gonna get me into that next year. Like the only example I can come up with is Dom and Liv, right? Dom totally in the Judgment Day on doing his own thing in AAA as the AAA champion. I think Liv showed up with him a couple of times because the two of them together are just a unit. But I can say this is what Dom.
Do you think Dom and Liv have better chemistry than the Rhea Dom?
I think they both
think it fits better.
I think they both work Whoa. I think they both work equally, but I think what Rhea was supposed to be for the Dom character is not what Liv is. It's a really awkward thing for me to describe. When they first absorbed
So
Dominic,
who do you
I don't think there's a better worse. I think there was two different things. When he was like a young kid,
I didn't knock the light over. Sorry.
And they absorbed him into the Judgment Day, and Liv kind of had him under her thumb because she was like, not to be a dick, but like the guy in the relationship almost. And then he built up his
It's so funny that he's married too, so they don't even like kiss. They like do the little like nosy nose, like the cute stuff. But you're like,
but the thing of like, she was in charge of him, and like he was her little pet. And then he went on and became popular, like organically, to the point where at WrestleMania
because they booed him
like,
continually, right? Isn't that funny?
You just won the Intercontinental Championship, and everybody loves it. In the middle of WrestleMania, they told him to go back to the ring and get cheered some more.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Now that he's risen himself up, he's got a Liv that's operating side by side with him, and it works now. Whereas him being the dorky little kid that was finding himself, having somebody else in charge of him worked back then. So,
do you think Liv and Rhea have rubbed off better for him, or do you think he's helped them more?
I think it's a two-way street. I think Rhea Ripley was going to be huge regardless, and the fact that she was huge made the thing between her and Dom work. I don't think if you put Rhea and Dom together now, it works as well, because he's not the believable like awkward dork sort of guy that he was sort of at the beginning of his time with the Judgment Day.
Now he's had enough. He's had a couple of women, a couple of crushes.
I think the Judgment Day has helped a lot of people just find their strive.
Yeah, Finn, it helped, so
it
many
helped
times.
them all. Finn, Liv, Rhea, Damian, Dominic.
Now I will say this.
The only one it didn't help was Edge.
Exactly, and that was planned from the beginning, and I will say we could have had a lot of bad outcomes. Thankfully, we didn't.
And the last thing that we said before you leave was I think that. Yeah, I got echoes too.
Yeah, hold on. You get rid of that. There you go.
Okay.
I was saying that both chamber matches I think were underwhelming. I think for the men's, I think Randy and Seth's reveal, saved that match and were the highlights of that match. And I think Raquel was kind of like the MVP, if you want to call it that, of the women's chamber match. You can try to name someone else and argue the case, but I actually know it's not Judgment Day shit. Like, Raquel had the double elimination. She did that spear through the pod thing. She had a few big spots. So, who was your MVP of the women's match?
Not MVP of the match, but MVP as far as like she's brand new and she doesn't get to wrestle that much, so she kicked ass with that in mind is going to be Kiana James.
I don't know what I
mean.
mean.
Same thing in the Rumble. Wrong with Jake's face?
Who was the actual overall MVP?
It's Red Bull that's like sugar free and Red Bull Zero that my wife got. Nick's with.
I could piss off a lot of people and say
Southern
Logan
Comfort.
Paul, seeing as he got the most eliminations.
Seth Rollins was the MVP of the men's match, and he wasn't even in it. So there's that.
Oh, fair. Going in, I will not lie to you. When they gave us the layout for the matches and they are. For the match card rather, and they were like, oh yeah, they're doing the women's chamber, then the two individual matches, and then the men's chamber is going to close. It bummed me out because going into it, it was the match that I cared the least about. The situation surrounding the WWE championship.
What was the stupid opinion? Okay, dumbass. MD, what was the stupid opinion? I'll wait now. You want to make dumbass comments? You want to make dumbass comments? No, I'm reading the chat now. You want to make dumbass comments? What was the stupid opinion? I want to know.
Jesus.
Popping
off
It's
now.
because you have autism.
Please.
And I do too, but we all do because we like
I do,
wrestling.
but, explain your stupid opinion.
All of them, he
does
said.
he have a Discord? All of them. That's a generic answer. Explain it. If you don't have one, kiss my ass and I'll mute you in 5 seconds to come up with something logical.
The chamber
or you're
matches
getting
were good.
muted.
I had fun
Don't
with this
be
tonight.
stupid.
Don't be negative. It's a good night. We've had
They were
nights.
good.
We've had very bad nights. And
Okay,
it was fun.
MD,
It was
listen,
fun.
You're saying the chamber matches were good. The men's chamber match had the MVP of someone that wasn't even a fucking participant. So don't claim that the match was good when the MVP was a non-participant.
Who was the MVP?
Both MVPs.
You're talking about
Seth
Seth?
Rollins.
No, Logan took out 3 people. That was the whole point, that Seth had to go ahead and surprise him as the masked man to take him
Logan
out,
wasn't
or else Logan was going to win. That's
Seth
what they were
Rollins
trying
was
to
the
tell us.
MVP. Oh, stop
No,
it.
they told us that fucking Logan took out 3 gigantic fucking up-and-coming stars. Trick Williams, he took out Javon Evans, he took out LA Knight, who slipped off the
So
top
when I
rope.
said Raquel was the MVP for the same thing, why was it?
I agreed with you. I said you were right. She fucking
We'll say
suplexed and powerbombed 2
Okay,
people
so if I
and did a double
okay, if you
pin.
agreed with
She
me,
should've
then what
won.
was the stupid? Then what was the stupid opinion, MD?
That
I want to know.
Danhausen wasn't cool. He's great.
Yeah.
Next
The
year,
reveal
Danhausen's gonna be in the
match,
chamber.
you dumb ass. The reveal of him getting the pop. Are you stupid?
Nah.
Next year, Danhausen's in the chamber.
Don't be rude to LA
I'm
Knight.
sorry. I love the chat, but when you're gonna say dumbass things, please get in the Discord and debate me about them.
Seth was
Holy
not the
dumbass!
MVP.
Oh fuck!
He just
Yes, he
showed
was.
up after the other fake masked man. That's it. That's all he did.
He was the MVP of the match. Spaz kind of agreed. He said fair. Spaz.
I did because it's the match that I cared the least about. So I wanted something newsworthy to come out of it, and that newsworthy thing happened to be Seth. I'm happy. I don't get the
Newsworthy
hate
is
that
Seth,
Rollins gets most of
but
it.
Randy Orton
Yes.
winning got the loudest pop. I don't care what anybody says. The conclusion got a
Yes,
louder
right.
pop than the Seth Rollins
Randy
reveal.
Orton, the pinfall of Randy Orton winning and Seth Rollins' reveal were the 2 MVP spots of the match. Thank you. I'm done here. MD, you have nothing to say besides, it was a bad take. Oh, them. Oh. Okay, now shush it.
What
Now,
about
anyway, back to
CM
the
Punk
review.
and AJ Lee holding their titles together? That was a great moment too. He's bleeding from the mouth. Some people thought that was fake blood. No, he actually did get busted open. That was legitimate. He was
got
not
kicked in the
supposed
face
to.
a lot.
A lot.
in
And
that
and
match.
Finn slipped early on and caught him in the mouth.
Mhm.
And his mouth, he caught the top tooth and it dug into his lip. He said on the post show he was bleeding pretty well, not profusely by any means, but like you could notice it, and it made the match better. It made him look like the fucking Joker. It was not fake blood, sadly. You could he posted that he needed 1 stitch in the upper part of his lip, so it was actual blood. See, Jer, they're not allowed to have even fake blood. Like, unless they get busted open hard way, you can't have blood. Like, you can't help it if somebody gets cut open. But they're not, because of their PG still, they cannot have blood unless somebody, like Lesnar cut Randy Orton open, and that was a huge thing. Remember, with the elbows? The 12-9 elbows?
Yeah, like hard way or whatever.
Yeah. They have to go hard way, or else they're with the athletic commission getting fined. They cannot blade at all on a WWE show because of the PG rating. AEW has that leisure, and Bully Ray and Devon Dudley. Devon Dudley said, look at all the scars on my forehead. My forehead looks like shit because of all the times I've had to blade. He's like, it appears more on me than anybody else, but I don't know what's up with that, calling the melanoma thing. But the one lady had a bloody nose in the chamber. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. Like, they don't have blood often unless it actually happens.
Tiffany got busted open. 'cause
She got
took
busted
that-
open genuinely. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like, unless they're
what's
bleeding
the,
for real, they do not
yeah.
allow blood, even fake blood most times, because of the
It's the-
PG rating. Yeah.
It was off of that. And I don't know why she.
I said
does it, 'cause
melatonin. I didn't say
'cause
melanoma.
Because the Riptide is, I think, a better maneuver, but that sort of like piggyback into a front flapjack that Rhea Ripley does, and Tiffany Stratton took it fully to the face, and it was like, oh, that didn't look great, and that was only to be beaten later on by the LA Knight BFT on the top of the cell. I was like, all right, shots to the face tonight for sure. A lot of people like during the match when I was watching the Wrestling for Life feed, and I was watching a little bit of X, even though X is a dumpster fire right now because I dared to say that I like
Okay,
Screen
I mean,
7.
you still
And we will
continue
get to
to
the open
act stupid here.
Discord.
Listen.
Yes.
Yeah, we need
Go
to get
ahead,
to
Cody.
open Discord because it's.
We
Does
got
he have
two
a
more
Discord?
matches to
Because
go,
I
and we
want
got
to.
open Discord. So we only got two more
Please,
matches to
thank
go.
God, I hope he joins this Discord because that's wrong. You can't just say the ending of the match and Seth Rollins were the MVP spots, even though that's the only two things people are fucking talking about.
You know what?
dumbass. So shut the fuck up. Thank you very much. You're
Cody,
a dumbass.
how
Thank you
about
very
this?
much.
I'll say this, Cody. I had
Holy
foot
fucking
surgery
retardation
on Friday
station.
the 13th, and I came home not in pain. I was shocked at how much not in pain I was. I even got rid of the extra pain meds. I was like, I don't want to take them because I don't need them. I'm not hurting. Tylenol was like enough for me. I was shocked. Then I go to the doctor's, and I have to go to 3 offices to find the right office where the doctor is. And by the time I get there, they're like, oh, we got to put you, oh, I shit you not. I go to the Wallingford office. They're like, oh, we're in Southington. I go to the Southington office, and oh, we moved. But we didn't tell you we moved. Then I had to look it up on Google and find out where the fuck they moved. The 3rd office went ahead and put a cast on my leg. Problem was, where my ankle meets my foot, they're supposed to cut that piece out and then so they cut the piece out of the cast so they can have the 90-degree angle bend there. So my foot is placed like this. Problem is, she didn't cut that part out. So what happened was both sides of the cast were digging into the sutures like it was a dull knife. It wasn't sharp, but it was enough to cause pressure. So when she took it out, I was so full of blood, she couldn't even get the thing unattached from my heel because it had been digging into my leg for an entire week. Once I got casted, I was in enormous pain. I was like, I didn't have surgery. I was fine. You guys put the cast on. I'm dying. What the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry. I love your story and all, but
yes,
I'm going to call out dumb comments in the chat now when I see it because now you got me in that mood. Liz, you say I talk over everybody. You do not want to go down that street, pal, because I can put you in your place immediately. So next time you want to say I talk over people, you got a reality check coming, pal. Anyway, back to your story.
No, I'm just saying that it sucks. So now they went ahead and I called them Friday. I have been, for my entire life, I've never sworn to anybody on the phone. I was in so much pain Thursday morning that I actually swore at the receptionist, and I felt terrible. I don't do that. But I'm like, is anybody going to fucking see me or what? Because I've left like 30 messages. So when I finally got into the office and they cleaned up all the blood and they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We didn't realize the last tech did that. They put the cast on the right way. I'm not in pain. I'm not a cranky bastard. So maybe the Raw and TNA review would have been even better if I wasn't so fucking filled with pain. Regardless, thank you all so much for hitting the like button, subscribing, hitting the notification bell.
I would have fucking been.
They suck.
Raging.
That's what it is.
Terrible, man.
With this fucking show tonight, like imagine that happened to me. I would be on the fucking streets.
You'd be out of
fucking
it.
Ranting or something. I would.
You definitely need some of our idea of last time, the hot chocolate with the what was it? All the scraped fentanyl. Yeah, all that scraped fentanyl is exactly
do
what we
something
need.
more relaxing.
Yes.
Don't you have a sponsor of some sort?
We do indeed. So when you go ahead and you see my foot and how terrible it is, look at that. That thing pushed into the side of it. See right there how it's all indented and bruised and all that? Because the entire side of the cast was digging into my foot so hard that it was bruising and actively swelling my foot up.
Here's your sponsor?
So what did I do to help myself? I went ahead and I contacted my good friend Jer, and he said, "Don't worry, I've got your back. Go to baymountain.ag for all your relaxation needs." He's like pain management, relaxation, mind control, whatever you need it for. Viewers of this channel get themselves discounts on all top 9 selling products, 15% off if you use code BANANA on any order over $50, and free shipping to the lower 48 states over $100. So baymountain.ag.com. Go ahead, baymountainag.com. Go ahead, check them out. Premium CBD is THC-free for mind and body wellness, and they craft high-quality, sustainable hemp and CBD products designed to support wellness, relaxation, relief, and pain control. So go ahead, like I said, check them out. And thank you so much for them to go ahead and support the channel. BayMountainAg.com. All the info in the description box down below. Spaz, what did you think of AJ Lee and Becky? I've got to know. I'm very curious. How was that match for you? I thought it was stellar.
I didn't think it was stellar, but I just about got what I was expected. You can, if you want to be nitpicky about it, you can say that, like, obviously AJ was looking rusty. She's had 2 matches, but they've both been tags where you can kind of like hide yourself in the match a little bit.
Yeah.
This is her first one-on-one. They did a really good job of making that part of the story because I think they knew there would be that rustiness and whatever. I think that they knew, or if I was to make a guess, I would say that they knew everybody was doing that eye roll. There's not going to be a finish. They're just going to do it again at WrestleMania. And I think they took that and turned around. I think they took it and turned around and said, look, motherfucker, we'll give you a finish.
Yeah.
And they gave us a finish.
And they did. And I'm so glad they did because I was convinced I was wrong. I said AJ Lee would win, but I said AJ Lee would win either by some bullshit and then, or Becky would cheat to retain and then they get a match at Mania. But AJ Lee won clean. Like, that was nuts. I was not expecting the Black Widow to just make Becky tap. Seems like it's going to be AJ Lee and Natalia. Natty? Is that what you're getting?
I still think it's going to be the fatal 4-way between AJ Lee, Becky, Natalia, and Maxine.
It could be. You might be right. I just think there's so many multi-person matches.
The funny thing about that is that's
it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not particularly the most stellar option, but I don't mind that it's not the most stellar option. If that makes sense.
It makes the most sense because AJ's been helping Maxine. Natty and Becky have been getting involved in the business, so like I think the fatal 4-way just
all
itself.
of them have worked with Maxine, and if you want to give her a chance to like really just say, hey, we've all been working with you for a long time. Here's a big platform. We're willing to put all of our names up there on the marquee with you to give you a chance to have a good match. I don't think she wins it, but the other part,
I don't think she wins it either. But I think that just writes itself right now with how it's all going. Natty's shooting with Maxine, and Becky's kind of feuding with them, and AJ's been Maxine's sidekicks helping her and shit. So I think that just writes itself. And AJ and Becky, that match, I think it was all right. AJ looked kind of rusty. I'm not going to fault her because this is her first one-on-one match in like 10 years. But I think Becky helped her carry through it, right? 10 years or 11 years or something.
Becky's incredibly underrated in how she helps everybody. Like, even, I know not everybody loved it, but the brief time that she was like back down in NXT, holding the NXT title, defending the NXT title on Raw, and like working with people like Tiffany, working with people like Lyra. People are like, oh, you know, she's all obnoxious and whatever. It's like, yes, she's obnoxious because she's being a heel so that the young new talent that she's working with can get over by beating her. Like, that's kind of how this stuff works.
And that's okay. I think it was good. Triple H coming out with a new era out of the box. I mean, with Danhausen, I'm okay. But with this match, I thought it happened exactly as it should. They're in Chicago. Of course she's going to win. They claim her from New Jersey, but she's a Chicago native now. I think it was the correct moment.
She was, it was Chicago. I think it was the correct winner because she can immediately drop it at WrestleMania, and she's going to be a semi-full-timer now into WrestleMania, and she has a big enough star power to have the Intercontinental Championship until WrestleMania.
People said she didn't deserve it, even though she won both in the intergender match at WrestlePalooza.
Who said she didn't deserve it?
A lot of people online said she didn't deserve it. What about War Games? She won War Games.
It's not the same dumbass in the chat that said I make bad takes, right? I hope he's not
at all. No, not at all.
Okay, thank you.
But anyway, you just need to relax. You need a game of the wheel to just chill out.
I don't think this is going to work its way into WrestleMania conversation at all, but I do think more and more, because this is somebody that's also training to be a wrestler while right now they're being a referee, the more they push this Becky Lynch, Jessica Carr stuff, the more I'm convinced that Becky Lynch, Jessica Carr are going to have a match at some point.
So Becky Lynch did the enziguri to Jessica Carr. She ends up kicking her in the head, taking her out. Yep. And then later when Becky goes to use the uncovered turnbuckle, Jessica Carr stops her.
Okay, I'm going to have to argue again here.
I loved it.
Don't be dumb because you're like, Seth only hit one move. You're acting like it was just one generic move and nothing came out of that. That was probably one of the more important spots of the match, you dummy. You were there, right? He was there?
Yeah. So were many.
Almost
Danhausen
20,000.
retardified his brain, seems like. I'm
I don't
sorry,
know.
but we're not going to make dumb shit here. Anyway, continue.
It could have happened. I mean, they've got Brody Lee Jr. versus Joey Janela happening. Brody Lee called him a mega bane bitch, and Janela slapped Brody and gave him a pile driver. So Brody Lee would be proud. You know, his son's getting some action in. The hips don't lie. Kit Wilson wants to prove that everybody's toxic, but he didn't get to. He was not involved at all with this show. And I'm ready for what happened with Danhausen's reveal, but to go ahead and get the reveal that we thought
You're
we
gonna
were
wind
getting.
Cody up again.
I know I am.
Oh,
That's
God.
been my goal all night. Just keep
Oh,
Cody
God,
going. Instagram likes us. So does Twitter. So does YouTube. But the goddamn TikTok feed died with a passion. I mean, they were like hate
TikTok is
speech
tapped out.
and violations. You know, you're fucking everything up. I gotta pee. What are we gonna do?
I am.
All right. We didn't do it. Fuck them. But still, I liked AJ Lee. I liked Becky Lynch. I thought it was fun. I thought it was entertaining. Becky getting pinned by
It was
AJ fits
nothing
the
to
story.
write home about. It was like good moment for AJ. And
I thought
don't
it was a
think
really
like-
good match, though. It was like 15 minutes, and they did not disappoint. None of it felt long in the tooth. It didn't feel like it was boring by any means. At any point in time, did it feel like it slowed down? I mean, we got the DDT on the chair, and then the manhandle slam, and AJ Lee kicks
because
out.
Becky
That
Lynch
was
is
great.
playing this character that she's playing, which is clearly a Trump parody. Everybody loves me. I'm not just saying it. That's what they tell me. Sports Illustrated is saying it. Bleacher Report is saying it.
Everybody's saying it.
I
Kit
thought there
Wilson
was-
should be at Mania, versus
Oh,
Danhausen.
of course.
That'd be great.
I think Kit Wilson and Chelsea Green need to be the hosts of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
fine.
Chelsea.
But the point I wanted to make here, again, and this is not a slight on Becky, it's just the character that she's playing right now. I thought there was all kinds of opportunities here for there to be like we said, either a bullshit ending or like interference, run-in shenanigans, either because Becky went and found some help or because of other people that Becky's pissed off. Now,
Yeah.
there was a ref bump. Like, you can't go through a pay-per-view of any company without a ref bump happening at some point. And there was a chair use while the referee was down, which is logical from the heel side. But I would say, for the most part, pretty decent 15-minute match with not a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Just some like
It was a
opportunistic,
15-minute
oh, the
match.
ref is down, I'll grab a chair. But
it was a 15-minute match, and they did great with it. I genuinely feel like they did great. I mean, even the spot with the chair and like, oh, look, she kicked out. She got manhandle slammed after she got DDT'd on the chair. We got the ref bump moment, which was great because at first it didn't take her out in the corner, but then the head kick did. There was a lot that was really good in this match. I never,
the
for once,
funniest
thought
take
it
I
was
saw,
boring.
the funniest take I saw, and we talked about this in the preview, but I cannot believe if you go to certain portions of X, and I know I shouldn't go on X because like internet's not real life. There's more people out there right now reeling off hate on AJ Lee than there is on CM Punk, and I didn't even think that was possible. But
Yeah.
the amount of people that were there, oh my God, I can't believe after Brie Bella made her amazing return at the Rumble, they could have given her that spot. And I'm like, why?
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 Indeed. Brie
Why?
didn't deserve it, need it, or
Why?
want it. Brie doesn't need it. And thank you to Pico and everybody else that has supported the show beforehand. Pico being the top donor of the night. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, send those super chats if you'd like to share your opinion. We are going to have an open Discord in a few minutes. We've got one more match to go through, and then we'll take your opinions.
MD, you're going to be joining that open Discord, right? With your deep-ass voice that you're bragging about in the chat. Okay? You better be joining that Discord, buddy.
I'm going to come after Spaz now. I've been on his side all night, but he was excited that it was still Finn Balor for this because he wanted to cheer for Finn Balor because of everything he's been through. I agree, but I knew it was a foregone fucking conclusion that Finn Balor was losing. That's what upset me. Like, Finn Balor and Punk was a great match.
Okay, for the record, I didn't think he was going to win.
Match. No, I
For the
know
record,
you didn't.
I didn't think he was gonna win.
Yeah, no, I know. You were just happy. I was happy that Finn's finally getting the shine, but I wish they waited just one iota of a second to announce the main event of Mania, because then you're like, oh, could Punk not face Roman? No shit. That's the biggest match they have in their eyes. Not Punk and Cody for whatever reason. They're going to go ahead and have us Punk versus Roman. Whatever.
I did pick Balor, but I said it. Jake, you can quote me on this and you can go back and watch it. I said, this is my hot take. It's probably not going to happen because WWE doesn't have any creativity to lead up into WrestleMania. I picked Balor because I said they should do that where it looks like CM Punk actually cost the main event of WrestleMania night 2. That's what I did. I was trying to think creatively instead of just
no, you don't have to be sorry, Cody.
Sesame Street booking. Pico,
think about it, Cody.
I am sorry that you like your dumbass fucking generic booking each and every week. I am so sorry.
But Cody, think about it. That would have been great because then Punk would have been able to go ahead and attack Judgment Day every week. First, he takes out JD. Then he takes out fucking Dominic. Then he you know what I mean? Like, you keep it going. And then like, oh my God. And then like, oh, I'm going to take out, you need to defend your title again. Then he gets it back before Mania.
Yeah.
They could have done anything with this, but they just went with the safe alternative. Punk wins. Chicago Bulls entrance with the Alan Parsons
I can say the same thing
series.
about you, buddy, because you praise stupid mediocrity like a dumbass bitch.
Hey,
okay?
You know what?
Thank you very much.
Danhausen. Danhausen to me was
Jake,
a ton of fun.
it's okay. You have reasons to support stupid shit because
I do. I like Danhausen. I like the
been through a lot,
vampires.
okay?
All right.
You have to take drugs. You know, I get why.
I need a lot of drugs, and Danhausen made me bump and grind. But CM Punk, we knew he was going to beat Finn Balor. There was no chance in hell we were getting the AFI intro, much as I wanted it. Ready,
So nothing outside the box to say, did CM Punk really just cost the main event of WrestleMania, right? That can't happen.
It wouldn't
Punk could have won it back in a few weeks.
Yes. Spaz, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, you mentioned the AFI entrance again, and I never even thought of it until the night. It's not one of those things like, oh, they should do this, and then they didn't do it. When the lights went out for a split second, I thought it would be really funny if they were just flipping the bird to the other guys.
Because that was his ROH entrance, and they did put it in the game, so I had assumed wrongly that's where they were going.
I don't know how they've managed to put his ROH presentation into a game, considering TK owns ROH now.
I know.
I'm happy.
Right?
I'm happy to see it because I'm not familiar. I never watched ROH. Not a dig. Just it was never something I gravitated towards. But I would have thought that anything to do with ROH or even ROH history would have been
from
like
the top
off
rope.
limits.
Yeah, everything's off limits. You'd think, but they probably just paid more for the royalty for the song. Regardless, because it's not on TV. It's just in the game. So I imagine it's got to be cheaper.
Yeah, but how do they even, and I'm not challenging you, but I'm just thinking out loud, like, if it's supposed to be like a retrospective of his career and they're putting that in as an ROH reference, I'm assuming that it's a match that they've picked from his ROH history, and how do they portray that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing, but they're managing to do it. 2K26 to include unlockable indie version of CM Punk complete with AFI theme song. This is pretty crazy. Cool. So let me go ahead here and hit that and that. Look at that. Yeah. So the release of 2K26 right around the corner. CM Punk has been announced as both the cover star for the standard edition of the game and as the wrestler whose career will be the focus of this year's showcase mode. The voice of the voiceless came out to AFI's Ms. Rhea Cantori as confirmed that Punk will have his entrance and a version of himself as an independent wrestler in the game. So that's awesome. Love to see it. Fuck yeah. It's in the box! We saw what's in the box, and it was Danhausen, and people aren't impressed. But the last match we went through was Punk, and as always, Finn Balor. Finn Balor, if they didn't announce the Roman Reigns main event, had a chance here. He really did. Unfortunately, that was not their prerogative. They were more concerned with sending out, hey, we need to get the ticket sales up for Vegas, and
safe booking.
Yeah, it's not a great
we need
thing.
The safe booking.
So, unfortunately, I'm disappointed.
I don't know how that's safe booking, and I'm not like
it's
feel
not
free
safe,
to feel however you want to feel about it. But like ever since there's been two world champions, the Royal Rumble Elimination Chamber Step 1, Step 2 has always been Royal Rumble winner picks a champion, the other champion.
No, not that. I think because the story was between Punk and Balor, Punk's ego is going to get the best of him and potentially jeopardize the main event.
Possibly,
so why
yeah.
not play with that for a few weeks, especially since Roman's going to be on Raw. Roman can confront Punk about that, saying, look at you again. Your ego got in the way, and look at you're jeopardizing and costing us a main event of the ages kind of thing. They could have done something outside of the box for a few weeks. Punk eventually wins it back, but something to play with instead of just Punk wins and back to.
I get that, and from a storytelling perspective, I get it. But post Chamber, if you say, okay, even for a couple of weeks, they have to make up a graphic that says, okay, the new match is Balor versus Roman, right? Which is not a big deal. But if you go along and say, and the announcers say, and the general managers say, and all the other wrestlers say, oh, they just ruined, CM Punk just ruined the main event. All you're doing is shitting on your main event.
And no, not really, because Balor could have been bragging about that because y'all wanted the Punk and Roman match, right? Like he could have played a heel for a few more weeks. He could have been seeking that in, and Oh
yeah, no. Balor, and this is why I said leading up to Chamber, it was the perfect story, because Balor going in there pissed at the idea that everybody telling him being in the match would ruin it was a good driver for.
And
this
Balor
match.
could have capitalized on ruining it. He could have been like, "Hell yeah, I ruined it."
Could have.
Like I think it could have benefited Balor in a way because he could have just bragged about that.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. In this case, it's not a case of I'm saying you're wrong. I see where you're coming from. I'm seeing the other side of it as well. Is for that story to work, you have to have multiple people telling the person that's in your main event temporarily that he's like, and
he's less than.
So at the point where, and I think it was Jake.
But if they already said that anyway, right? Because they are already going with that anyway, so.
But that's one of the biggest money matches they have. I mean, Cody and Punk, Cody and Roman, there's not many that aren't like super over. And that's one of
I still wish it was Cody and Roman, but here we are. Or Cody and Punk, but here we are.
Exactly. Sorry, I didn't fill that jug full of urine. I apologize, but I tried to not spill it anywhere, but regardless. Still, CM Punk, Cody, I would have much preferred, but that's not what we're getting. Right now, it's just Randy and Drew. It's going to be CM Punk, Randy, Drew, and Jacob Fatu at the very least. If they add more, they add more, but it's going to be a fatal four-way at the very least. We know that's what's
I guess
coming.
It could be a five-way.
I think you mean Drew McIntyre. CM Punk's in the other match.
Yeah, Drew, Jacob, Cody, Randy, and potentially Sammy.
Yeah.
I just think, again, I got to go back to one of the highlights of the night is Seth Rollins coming back. But unless they pull a gigantic swerve on somebody, Seth Rollins and the Vision and his fight with the Vision is all a Raw thing. So him showing up tonight to fuck with some people that are on SmackDown is sort of a one-night thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you want to say that, I never dunk on WWE. The biggest thing I can say that they've done moving forward into this year's WrestleMania, and I said it to Jake. Jake's probably tired of me saying it.
Yeah.
They had to have the Royal Rumble winner pick the World Heavyweight Championship at some point to sort of try and push back on that idea that the World Heavyweight Championship is the secondary world title. They've done that. They've got Roman versus Punk. It's a match that I'm into. Unfortunately, what it's done.
Hold on, sorry, we launched you there. Disconnect Discord. Unfortunately, what it's done is what?
What's this up?
Unfortunately, what it's done is what? You got cut off. I'm sorry.
Am I still?
You're still on? You're good. Yeah, it just moved me out of the Discord room. Regardless, you were making a great point.
What it's done is what it's done is in going one way and actually helping that secondary world title for once.
Yes.
And putting that, I think it's the first time that world title has been the main event of WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. The fight between Punk and Roman. I mean, this iteration of the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to think back.
Has never main evented Mania.
No, because it did night one.
So
and night two,
they're fixing that.
Right, night two.
Problem.
It opened,
but
at 40.
To me, the WWE title, it's so
Gunther and Jay 41. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's been so muddy. Like, okay, we could get Drew and Cody again. Okay, I like Randy Orton. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre is an interesting match as it is. I don't know if it's necessarily WrestleMania worthy. Nobody come and shoot me.
Yeah.
If
You're
they
not
put
wrong.
Sammy back,
Everybody's
if they
saying.
put Sammy back in the mix, that's a rematch. If they put Jacob, if they had
If
gone
Sammy
with
is a
Jacob,
heel, if he's the one that attacked
Maybe.
everybody, I'm for it.
yeah.
Because then he took out everybody in the bloodline. He's got like this PTSD or mental
but it's
blockage
just-
with that. Like
But if
that's
they're
okay.
moving, but if they're moving into this realm of like, it's going to be a multi-person anyway. It's muddy. It might have this person in it. It might have this person in it. It might have this person in it. Whereas
I think
now,
you could see a lot of matches though with multi man matches like fatal four ways, triple threats or something. I think this
Yeah.
is that kind of WrestleMania.
oh yeah, but I'm specifically and the way we go farther down the card and it becomes more likely. I'm not against triple threats, fatal four ways, and whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think
there's-
Sammy
it's-
really fits, right?
the-
Does he?
yeah, but the
Unless as a
conversation
heel,
around-
maybe, but
the
not
conversation around who's going to be in this WWE title. It's so like we could throw LA Knight in there or not. We could throw Randy in there or not. We could do Cody again or not. It could be Jacob or not. And all of it. It's why when we were doing our predictions, I was like, fuck it. At this point, all this stuff kind of feels like stuff we've done a million times. That's why I went with Trick, even though I wasn't going to win. But I'm like, at least Trick is something new to look at. I get that he's a heel too, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It wasn't going to be Javon. So the whole thing sounds muddy. Whereas at least now on the other side of the coin, not everybody likes the choices per se, but right now we have tacked on Punk
Yeah.
versus Roman, Liv versus Steph, Rhea versus Jade. Like whether you like them or not, they're there now. They're not
Yeah.
like trying to make it through the haze.
And
we could
Randy
potentially-
versus Drew. So that's there
Randy
too.
versus Drew right now.
Right
Yeah.
now. And 71% of the audience said nay for Danhausen, 29% said yay. So still a very small margin to go ahead and as we say margarine. Yes, it's buttery.
Margarine on the toast, very nice.
Margarine is very buttery. But yes, that very small
very nice,
margin
very
indeed.
evil. I would never say that. That's what they tell Trumphausen.
Javon is R-Truth's son. It might happen. I mean, if they did
What was the poll for the
Jason
Danhausen
Jordan,
thing?
it was
Oh, it was-
80% no. And where was it here? No, it was 71% no, nay and 29% yay. So only 30% of the audience liked Danhausen. Right now, Sammy, if we put Sammy in the main event, the SmackDown title match, 80% of the people say no. Only 20% of the people said yes. So, yikes. 67-33, but
I guess
yeah.
it makes sense. I'm not saying I want him in there, but just because story, he's been interacting with all these people and crashing out, so it would make some type of sense.
Exactly. That's the thing here too. I mean,
I said that to make
Sammy's not going to
Mr.
fit.
MD cry, you know.
Sammy's not going to fit though.
Right.
Honestly, and that's kind of been the problem.
What-
So we're going to get
would
into
he
the
not
open
fit?
Discord in a minute. We'll take chats from you guys, hear your opinions, hear your live takes. But what do you guys give this show? That's what I want to
I
know.
give it a
Out of 10, what is your rating?
no match was like got me excited like it meant anything. Like unfortunately the world title match was like predictable because Roman already chose Punk. AJ Lee looked a little but again I can't fault her. But my shout out to Michael Cole for calling her AJ Styles.
Yeah, a lot of people caught that.
That was great. And they messed up with Mark Nash calling Javon Williams instead of, hey, what
Somebody
are you
on
gonna do?
SmackDown, I didn't catch it, but apparently
He's
there
not
was
Evans
multiple times-
anymore.
Yeah, no, apparently on commentary there was quite a few times that commentary called, or maybe it was on Raw. Several times on commentary they called Javon Evans Kofi Kingston and vice versa, and I'm like, oh, that's not going to help anybody. What are we doing? Because the accusations that are going to come out of that, and none of them are nice. My rating is not a fair rating. My
Oh.
rating is very much based on, as I said at the beginning, this was a show where all the results kind of went my way, and this is a show that told me a lot of WrestleMania is going to go my way.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning like a 7.58, but that's mostly biased.
All right, so you're at a 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm at a 6.5 myself.
Okay.
So Becky and AJ, like there was no bad match tonight. Out of the 4 matches we got, I mean, they really did well. So the first match, you know, you had a wild ending by, I think it was like 24 or 25 minutes for the women's, for the actual chamber. Kiana went like 16 or 17 minutes long, so that was cool to see. Becky and AJ.
That's what I meant to say at the beginning of the ladies' match. Sorry. I know Tiffany Stratton's not exactly brand new, but them starting that match with the 2 newest people in the match and letting them get some shine as the one-on-one match before some of the, I guess you'd say, like the more veteran people started coming in. Really cool. I don't think she's in any world title contention anytime soon, but I really do think that Kiana James is showing up and showing out. She started it at Mania. She did it again tonight. Fantastic. Double for Cody, the double pin spot where Raquel jacked and stacked 2 of them at once, Roman Reigns style.
Yeah.
Really, really nice spot stuck out in the match as well.
But dumbass in the chat said that was a bad take.
No, I think
I
was
should
a
be
great
using
pin.
other words, but I don't want you.
She got a 2 out of 3 falls pin there. That was awesome. She took out several people. AJ defending Becky was good with the tarantula, the Black Widow.
I gotta say this. She beat 3 out of 6 people in the match, which made her the Logan Paul of her match.
Yeah, I agree. She was really all set to take the thing until Rhea got control, really. And it was Raquel that got eliminated by Tiffany. Maybe we see Raquel and Tiffany at Mania? Maybe?
I hope not.
Because think about it. Raquel,
Asuka, if
Tiffany
Asuka
and
didn't
Julia.
have the Kyrie,
that'd be something.
I do think that they go to before
Not the Black
WrestleMania.
Spider, the Black Widow. Sorry.
And I don't know where I got this idea from. I do think that now that Rhea Ripley's going for the singles title again, I do think they are going to do something. Like they're going to send somebody to Raw so that EO can come to SmackDown, because I think they've leaned on it once or twice on SmackDown already. Okay. EO going after Julia's US title is a match I want to see. I can't make it make sense. I don't have a storyline way to make it make sense, but I just think match for the sake of the match on the night. I think it's probably one of the better matches you could give Julia for that title, because it doesn't get as much attention as the women's IC title, and that's a match that could really elevate it.
No, certainly. So MDB is right, though. Spaz knows not just a little bit of Spanish for his, AAA intro.
Oh, no, he's talking about Spanish Rachel. It's Raquel.
Exactly, but Spanish Rachel is always Raquel, and Raquel probably should have won.
You've seen me practicing my Spanish.
I have.
For the intro for the AAA preview that's coming up.
For the Reyes de Reyes, indeed, PLE. But Tiffany Stratton looked strong here. I was a bit surprised that she looked as effective as she did, taking out Raquel. And then you're like, oh, God, is it her or Rhea? Rhea wins. You see the Riptide, which looked kind of sloppy, but in a good way. Like, oh, my God, she's so desperate. She's like, get your arm fucking under your crotch. Give me you. Get over here.
I do think, and I'm not a.
Let me straddle you.
I only play one on TV. It does look like at some point in the match she tweaked something, because everything she did
definitely looked like a little uncoordinated in this match tonight. To be honest with you, I don't.
Who, Rhea?
Yeah,
Tiffany.
It seemed that way.
Tiffany. Sorry, I was talking about Rhea.
Yeah, I was talking about. I was talking about Rhea, but I knew he meant Tiffany.
Yeah. But with Rhea, because all of her stuff is like really obvious. It's obviously big powerhouse stuff.
Yes.
Right? But I think like somewhere she tweaked it, because you could see she took a bump off of somebody and she just immediately arched back up, like that holy shit pose. And after that, every move that she did from that, I don't know what it's called, the move that she did to Tiffany, like that front face pancake thing. I don't think it has a name. That was a little bit off the way she pulled it off. And then the Riptide at the end was sort of like, got to use my last bit of adrenaline for this type of thing.
Because Tiffany Stratton was even bleeding from the nose. Like everything you saw, she got the 2 count, and then she goes for the prettiest moonsault ever. And Rhea just stands up and smashes her into the pod and then hits her with the riptide, gets the 3 count. Holy shit.
That's the other thing I was going to say.
24 minutes. It was a great match. Yeah. I have no complaints about the women's match.
Let's just get in the other...
for the moonsault.
Discord now.
When she tossed her off the top of the rope into the pod into the top of the pod.
Yeah.
It was not that it was like the most grotesque shot I've ever seen, but like I can't think of somebody being already at the top rope and then thrown into the pod from that. So the visual of it was nice. And then obviously the riptide, almost a desperation riptide if she was obviously dealing with a tweaked back.
But she looked desperate, but in the sense of like, I can win this still, but I need to hit this. If I don't hit this, it's not going to happen. And that's what I like to see. So that's why I gave it a 6.5.
Sometimes
overall.
It doesn't have to be clean.
No, what do you give it,
clean,
Spaz?
I think a 4 is fair.
You were at... Spaz was at a 7.5. I was at a 6.5. And what are you at, Cody?
A 4.
A 4. So we're averaging like a 5.5, basically. Essentially, maybe a 5, but a 5.5, we'll say. That seems fair. We're going to get people into the general Discord. So let's head over to the open Discord, and then we can get people in there. I'm going to grab myself some more apple juice. While we go ahead and get everybody into the open Discord, go ahead and join if you guys would like. Give us your top opinions. Let us know what you thought of the night. We want to know who's going to WrestleMania 42. Well, right now it's Rhea and it's Randy Orton, but we've got a lot to see, a lot to shape up to, and a lot more. So join the Discord. Go ahead and hang out and let us know what you think. Yeah, head over to the open Discord, you two. Head to the open Discord. All right? I got to tell you like 3 more times. Go to the open Discord. There we go. No more calls. All right. There we go. I think I've got everybody. We'll see who else I have to invite. But regardless, we should be good. Head over to the open Discord. It's in the link description already. Go ahead and check us out, and we should be good. Thank you to everybody that's hung out.
Maybe don't leave before saying the actual words.
That might help, but typically I'm more prepared. Tonight, not so much. Cody, keep telling these people what they need to hear about why this night sucked while people join the open Discord. I'm going to grab more apple juice. I'll be back in a second.
I'm going to explain why Seth Rollins was the MVP of the match. That's what I'm going to do, and Randy Orton winning. I think those were the 2 standout moments of this match. Kiss my ass if you think otherwise, because Seth Rollins' reveal is going to tell a big story for something else, because then it led the gateways into other people interfering, and he took out one of the biggest problems that was in that chamber match and prevented him from winning. Then Randy Orton won. Everyone wanted to see Randy Orton win and become a 15-time WWE champion. So, I think each and every one of you can learn a thing or two if you actually watch the fucking show, and instead of just glazing Triple H all the time, okay? I think that would help you a lot better. But this men's chamber match was really not that good until Seth Rollins got involved. That is 100% the case. Again, if you think differently, join the open Discord. It's open right now, and you can argue my case. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I'm missing something, but the match was overall lackluster. I think the entrances kind of took up too much time for that men's match. It kind of got the crowd exhausted a little bit. Those entrances, I thought were going to end up lasting longer than the match did itself. But I think there was too many long pauses in between eliminations. I thought Javon Evans, him being put in there, would have gotten better spots than he did, but he got like a generic splash off the top of the pod. I hope he's okay, by the way, because he had a rough landing when Logan Paul hit his finisher on him. So I hope Javon's doing good there in that aspect. Again, my Balor and Punk take, the only reason why I said I think Balor has a shot, which I really didn't, I said that it's a hot take for a reason, and I think I'm wrong.
You and I both did. We both thought that Balor would not make it, but
I said I was going to be wrong, but I said I was going to go for him for the sake of it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, because I wanted to see Balor win. I want to see Balor conquer like he was supposed to. He was supposed to win all those years ago, almost 10 years, I think, to the date. And then they go ahead and they have him just get destroyed repeatedly. And it's like, oh, he's been tag team champion, right? Isn't that something special?
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody love him being
Does he have an open
champ?
Discord, MD? I want him to talk about the men's chamber and why it was so great.
Anybody can come in if they'd like to. Go ahead and join us on the open Discord.
Spaz isn't here.
There's
Come
the
on,
link.
just tell me how great the men's elimination chamber match was and what I'm missing. I'm waiting.
We got to get Spaz in here, so I don't know if he realizes.
Spaz said
where
he's
he
out
is.
for the night.
Oh, is he? All right. Well, then thank you so much to Spaz Phoenix. He gave us his rating. He gave it, what, a 7 for the night? 7.5. Thank you to Spaz.
This is just a teaser for our little fun
appreciate it
debate
greatly.
tomorrow. We can't say the
Yeah,
words of what the
indeed.
debate's about. Jeremy versus Isaiah and us as moderators. Not wrestling, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
But make sure you check out
anyway.
BayMountainAG.com because, I mean, they even got cards
It's
for
funny.
sales tomorrow. So go ahead and use
It's
code
funny, they
BANANA
all
for
disagree
50%
with me.
off. Right? I mean,
Go ahead.
can't argue that. No, 15% off if you use code BANANA. Any order over $50, go ahead and check them out, BayMountainAG.com. And that will get you a 15% discount by using code BANANA. Free shipping to the lower 48 United States. So that includes what? Puerto Rico and Istanbul? We'll figure it out eventually. No, I'm glad that Spaz was here for as long as he was. Thank you to him so much. I know his voice is starting to give after recording all day, but go ahead and check him out. And we appreciate it greatly. He can go ahead and... I tried to type a chat to him and I fucked it up entirely. I was like, all good. But I use ACC, all the
share your
the
thing again,
abbreviations.
buddy.
Yeah, I
Share
will.
your little.
I need to go ahead and change it. Now we're in the open
Everyone
Discord.
in the chat, besides
Anybody
Paul,
wants to join
Paul
us,
used
go
to be
ahead and
my
hang
biggest
out in
hater,
here.
but Paul was actually siding with me. Thank you, Paul. Shout out to Paul. But everyone disagrees with me, but no one's here debating me about it. I'm waiting. Come on.
Indeed so. I mean, we just got to see what people have to say about the Elimination Chamber. Giving this a show a 6.5 feels right to me. Overall, I feel like that is what has to be done. I mean, we had 10 viewers on TikTok with 1,000 likes, but we've since been kicked off that platform. So thank you to Twitter and YouTube for being here as always. Hit the like button, turn on the notification bell on YouTube, because we'll be live tomorrow with 2K gameplay as well as our crossover episode. The Unapologetic and Completely Random Podcast is meeting with Into Subware Sports for a huge political debate. You're going to want to check that out. It's going to be
Yes, sir.
fight-tastic and completely glorious.
We'll have to wrap it up if no one joins in like 10 minutes here. Like we need someone to debate my arguments because everyone in the chat seems to disagree
They said
with my
you
take
suck.
about the show. Yeah.
But
So
you know,
I'm waiting for
Liz
counter
even said you
arguments
were
here
just
instead of
rude. I
saying-
was hoping Liz would jump in here and take you down a peg, but thank you so much to the Spaz Phoenix podcast. Check out his YouTube channel.
Thank you, Nate.
And his info in the description box down below. You know, I don't mind that Rhea won. Raquel probably shouldn't have won this. She should have won the title from Stephanie. That would
Yes,
have made
that's
more
what I was
sense.
getting at earlier. That's why I said I don't think Raquel really should win this because it would just say, okay, if she's getting a world title match at WrestleMania anyway, why? I've just inserted her into a match with Liv where there would have been story.
Yes.
And Spaz's point before, not the story is winning the Rumble and choosing your opponent. But this year you had a rare scenario where you choose your opponent is someone that you're having a history with and have an actual story brewing with. So that was my point before with Liv in the Rumble win. So there was a little difference there. And Raquel was the only one that kind of actually had a little built-up story with Jade, but I'm fine with Rhea and Jade. But, oh my God.
I mean, Rhea and Jade it's a good match. It's a dream scenario, but it's not the match. And there we go. We've got the one.
First debate. Liz,
Yes.
why am I wrong about this show?
Yeah, you got to give her a chance to talk. So let her.
Why
let
am
her
I
give
wrong
her
about
opinion
this
now.
show?
Good Lord, I just got here.
Well, she needs to rapid fire, buddy.
Welcome
why
to
was
the
I?
one. Hold on, Cody.
fire,
Ready?
so
Let's do it
shut
the
up.
right way. Welcome to the one, the only DJ Anime 2016 on Twitch. We've got Liz in the house.
Yeah.
That's right, the one,
Yeah.
the only.
In the chat.
Hey.
So
Anyway,
Liz, what was your favorite part
why
of
am I
tonight?
wrong?
Cody, we got to let her
Cody,
hear her opinion.
Cody, hush.
Why are you wrong, Cody?
Cody, just be quiet for a minute.
We're going to let her speak.
Okay, if you
Absolutely.
can explain why I'm wrong now,
Yes.
I'll be quiet.
I don't know. Wait.
We got to give her the chance.
Chill.
I think he's simmered. Go right ahead.
Jesus Christ. Lord.
I know. Don't
You
simmer.
can use time
boy,
later.
down.
I don't
Time
see how you
later,
put
okay?
up with him.
Down,
Oh,
boy.
Lord.
I actually liked Finn Balor and CM Punk.
I'm not asking you, Jake. No offense. I know you
I'm
did.
just giving her a point
okay,
to
relax.
kick off on.
Oh my.
so.
Okay. Oh, you're not gonna let me talk. Now I'm gonna
Yes.
leave. I mean, that's
I'm
not
trying
bad.
to. I'm being
I mean,
quiet.
I'm
Okay.
talk and you just
Let's
wanna
give Liz
talk
a kick
over
a point.
me,
So, Liz, we had the women's chamber to start the night. How did
Okay.
you feel about Rhea winning?
I was good with that.
Absolutely. Rhea is a star. She's probably the biggest women's name.
The way I saw it after she lost last night, I said, well, she's probably going to win the chamber tomorrow. So, and that's what happened.
Exactly.
Of course, Raquel was kind of the what do you want to call it? The MVP of the match.
Yes.
What? So that's what I said. So what was your issue?
I think she agrees with you here.
Chamber.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the second match? That's what I said. The second match. What did you think of it?
Second match. What are you talking about? The men's? Or are you talking about the
Becky and
Balor-
AJ. Becky and AJ.
Well, the way I thought Becky was going to win by shenanigans, and then they were going to set up another AJ and Becky Mania. I wasn't expecting AJ to win.
I was wrongly in the
Are you
camp as
happy she
well.
won?
I assumed she was going to get screwed. Yeah, absolutely.
I just assumed that AJ was going to get screwed over, and then they were going to set something up for Mania with her and Becky again. I wasn't expecting the AJ to win. I was actually kind of surprised that she won. I was like, okay, wasn't expecting that. Cool.
Are you happy or no that she won?
It's just gonna set up another match between her and Becky, and who knows everybody else that wants to go after. I mean, probably Maxine and Natty and whoever.
That's what I said. So what was your issue with that?
With that one.
Okay, so we're 2 for 2 in agreements here. Okay, so third match.
She might agree with you all the way, Cody. Then what?
Yeah, then where's my bad takes? Like these people in the chat just type.
I don't know. Liz didn't say you had a bad take. She just said she had her own opinion. See, so no.
Oh yeah, the people with the bad. Okay, Liz.
NDB
okay, you're
is
good
not
for now.
here. Liz just has her
You
own
can
good
continue
opinion.
with the rest of the show. Liz can continue with the rest of the show.
She's
I'm still
agreed with
waiting
you
for
so
someone.
far.
I was also pulling for Finn Balor. So there you go.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
was Cody. Holy shit!
Wow,
Right? You guys are 3 for 3. That makes me fucking
No way. No way.
Holy shit!
I'm wearing a Finn Balor T-shirt. Okay, I mean,
Right.
hello.
Liz has been representing Finn Balor since day one ish. She has
I've
gotten
been
hard
a
behind
Balor
him.
fan since.
Oh, me too. I've been since his NXT days, since his club, all of that. So
All
now,
of it.
people in the chat that disagreed with me in my bad takes, I'm still waiting for you to get your ass up in this Discord.
I know, no one with bad takes. Just Liz is here with her great takes. And she knew that AJ Lee and Becky, she thought the same thing we thought, that Becky was going to cheat to win, and then they'd face each other at Mania. I was like, all right.
That's the way I saw it. I mean, I was just kind of
Right.
like, I had 2 friends over here. We were all watching the match together, and one of the guys was like, "Well, Becky's going to win because she's going to cheat," and well, she tried to cheat, and it came back to haunt her at the end. So
Angry Odie Medini, I agree. Madoni. Because you were very mad and very angry. But what about the main event, Liz?
The thing is,
you said the same thing. Randy Orton wins, but Cody.
I was actually at let's see, WrestleMania 33. So I went to all those NXT shows and the SmackDown show, not SmackDown, the Raw show after
all
Mania.
of it.
So
you did it all.
Okay. Remind me, I'm taking screenshots of all these names. If you don't join this Discord and debate me with your whining and bitching for the entire night on how terrible my takes were, you will be muted for the entirety of the Monday Night Raw review. Thank you very much. So you have, how long are we going, Jake? You have until then to actually debate me, because you're not going to say stupid shit in the chat and then say, "Oh, I can't debate you on this," because you know it sucks. You know the Sesame
No. I
Street booking.
knew the Danhausen thing was shit, but it appealed to me.
No, not
because
you.
I'm
The
a
people
fan
in the
of-
chat saying-
No. But I'm also taking up the side of the chat that went ahead and confronted you, because I like the Danhausen thing. I thought it was ridiculous because that's what Danhausen is. He's always been ridiculous.
Danhausen
curses
is
people.
ridiculous. Okay, the guy is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
my two friends
He's
are
a
over here going.
vampire.
My two friends are over here. They're like, "Who the heck is Danhausen?"
And then you got Becky versus the referee, Jessica Carr, who's been wrestling under a mask for a while now. She can do it. She does well. She sold every bit of that effectively. First, she gets beaten down, but she's not out. Then she gets hit in the head, and that takes her out for a while. I loved every bit of it. And I love how Jessica Carr got in Becky's face. She was like, "No, you're not using the turnbuckle that has the corner off of it. I'm not letting you cheat." And AJ gets the win from that, so it sets
We got
up Becky
another
versus
beautiful
Jessica.
clip for you. I'm going to send you.
Please do. I love to see
But I
it.
mean, then you go into the men's chamber where you got, well, to be honest with you, Javon Evans is in.
So I have a timing on this. How much longer are you going, Jake?
We're going
How long are you
until
giving
the
people?
steam runs out. I mean, we're not too much longer, but yeah.
Put a 10-minute timer on. Put a 10-minute timer on. No offense, Liz. Put a 10-minute timer on. If no one joins, I win. Hush.
All right.
And
We got to
we'll
see
end
if
the show
anybody
there.
joins in
I
the
don't care who
Discord
wins,
until
whatever.
then. But
Anyway, like
we'll
I was
see what
saying, Javon
happens.
Evans' entrance took a little too long.
A little bit, yeah. He, I mean, he's got a great thing going on, but
All the men's entrances for the chamber were just too long. The entrances dragged on.
look at that!
Javon
Look at,
Evans
look,
was-
at, look at Kit Wilson moving those hips.
That's not what I
Oh,
sent you,
Javon-
sir.
the thing with
We should have
Javon
had Kit
Evans
Wilson.
was The referee actually told him he needed to quit because he was going around to all the turnbuckles, and I'm like, bro, we got other people. We got to get the match going. Let's go.
And that's what happened. I mean, it got going. I'm happy with it, but we got 9:51 left on the timer. I mean,
it's like the whole men's chamber
And
match.
if you don't join, the show ends. There we go.
I knew that
At least
Drew was
we're
gonna
not
get
show.
involved.
If you
I
don't
wasn't
donate us
expect-
20,
I
sorry,
wasn't
Liz. Hold on.
expecting Seth to show
Hold on,
up.
Liz.
That was a surprise. I was
at least
like,
we're not
Liz.
charging anyone donations. Liz knows that.
If
we
you
just keep the show free. You just got
At
to
least
join
we're not
Discord.
doing like if you donate $20,000, I'll go on for another minute. Anyway,
Oh, God.
We're just live in Discord.
Show up.
I am shocked that
not
Seth
what I had in mind
Rollins
for
and the
tonight.
Masked Man was revealed tonight. You're on to something, Liz, because I was like, holy shit, that was.
See, the
That
whole
was
thing.
something.
The whole thing was, I told my two friends over here. I said, watch what happens. I said, I guarantee you, we're going to have Drew McIntyre come out, and he's going to get involved because somebody's going to get hurt, and they're going to leave the door wide open for somebody to walk right in there and just, do something. And it's
And
like
that's what
I wasn't
happened.
expecting one masked man. I wasn't expecting two. I
Right.
wasn't expecting any.
So when one showed up, I was like, oh, that's all they're doing. But that was not
Yeah.
the case. And I love
And then-
that they
the
had
next
the
thing you
surprise.
and then the next thing you know, you see another one sneak in there, and I
Yeah.
was like, going, "Well, okay." I said, "Who is this person?" And the other guy was like, "A nobody," and I was like, "Well, who's this guy?"
Exactly.
And it was Seth Rollins. I was like, "Well, I wasn't expecting that."
Exactly. I
and the whole
wasn't.
Paul Heyman, the Paul Heyman facial expression when they showed Seth Rollins, his facial expression, I was like, "Oh."
Paul Heyman had it. Guys, if you want to keep us on longer, go ahead and donate. Use the live chat right now to head into the super chat option and keep us going for a
money's
bit
not an
longer.
option. No,
So
debate me is an option. You want to go
Well,
on
they
longer?
wanted to
You
debate you
debate.
too,
The
but
whole thing was, I
I mean, they
knew
could
Drew
keep
was
us
gonna-
on
I
longer
knew
with the
Drew was
super
gonna
chats
get in
as
there,
well.
and he was going
I
to. He was going to probably cost Cody because
We should know.
he knows
Reward
he knows
them.
that Cody, he's like, whatever. And
I know.
of course, Randy winning. Well, okay, Randy won. Great, whatever. I was not expecting that. I was figured Cody would end up
I wasn't
winning
either.
anyways, but whatever.
I'm
But-
glad Cody didn't win just because it was so expected, but in a way, I want
I'm
Cody
happy that
to win
Randy
still.
won because I actually like Randy too.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
Randy and Drew is better than Cody and Drew. If that's the one match that we're not getting.
What I'd love to see is I want to see this, but it probably won't happen. I want to see heel Randy versus Cody at Mania. I want to see that.
I do too.
I think they're gonna do a fatal 5-way though.
The
I just have a
debater.
feeling Sami Zayn's gonna get added in.
Wait, fatal 5-way? I don't know.
Oh, look at that, Stewart.
Maybe 4-way, but I just feel like
yeah.
I think that Sami.
He said more Liz, please. That extends the timer.
But
Oh
see, the
shit.
thing-
By 2 minutes, $1 per minute. Okay.
Are you gonna,
Is
so
that
you're
what
gonna
you're
have,
doing?
So you're gonna have Jacob, Cody, Randy, Drew, and Sammy.
It might be. Could be. Could have happened that way. But our timer is glitching out over here. It's
But I
like
mean, that would work. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, ugh.
I feel like that's fair. $1 per minute.
it could be. So now we're at 9 minutes.
I kind of just want to see Drew, Cody, Jacob, and Randy. That's what I want to see.
It could be. You know, we don't know for sure, but look at this thing just twitching out over here.
The whole thing was Sammy backstage talking to Jacob, and he's like, "Well, you know, is Jay okay?" And then he accuses Jacob of attacking Jay, and I'm thinking to myself, "Well, wait a second, why are you accusing Jacob when maybe you did it, or
it could be possible." We got 9:44 left on the clock. Thank you to Pico for keeping this alive.
Sammy is
we
losing
get back to 10 minutes.
He is losing it. He is
like 5 something you said.
We're just keeping it going. I mean, he revamped us up and up.
$1 per minute, Jake.
He got us 2 more minutes. We were at 6:50, so it's 7:50, 8:50. We're at 9:25 now.
Sammy is losing it. He can't. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's just like.
It could happen. And I mean, for the chamber review, I'm excited that Randy Orton won. It makes sense. He wants his 15th
I'm
victory.
gonna fucking kill you. Master debater.
Spaz is indeed the master debater. So, I mean, you got to be careful. But join the Discord if you want to come ahead and challenge us.
You got Randy.
We'll hear you out.
Randy is going to be in his 21st WrestleMania, which is crazy.
Right. That's nuts. Randy's that far along. But good on him.
Well, the thing is, tonight was his 10th Elimination Chamber, which is even crazy too. So.
It was nuts.
And he was on the Pat McAfee show the other day saying he wants to wrestle for another 5 or 10 years. 10 years. I'm like, okay.
Exactly. So.
I'm sitting there going, okay, sure.
You knew it was up. Yeah, granted, I mean, we've tried to go ahead and just keep things going. I mean, that's all there is to it. Don't mind the clock. It says 3:36, but we're up to 5.
Rhea versus Jade, which is going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think that's a good time.
It's something different.
Absolutely, because everything else feels like a repeat. It feels like it's been...
Because I was telling one of my friends over here, I said, so help me, if they do Tiffany versus Jade again, I am going to lose it.
And lo and behold, that's exactly what we got. I mean, they went ahead and they gave us Rhea and Jade time and time again for no reason at all whatsoever. Spaz says, I got a tip for all the ladies out there, or you can take the whole thing. But we want just the tip. That's right.
Are they gonna put are they gonna move EO over to SmackDown?
Maybe. I could see Rhea moving to SmackDown more than Rhea.
You know what?
But
did we tank this show yet or no? Before I bring this up,
not yet. But go ahead, bring it up anyways. We want to tank it.
Okay, let's fucking tank it. I think Trump's warning us of something.
Really? What's that?
Here you go.
Seth Rollins is going to win at Mania?
He might. Did you see Trump's tweets about Jey Uso lately?
No, I haven't. But
don't even go there. Don't even go there,
He's
Cody.
trying to tell you there's no yeet allowed, and I know there's yeeting allowed. But
Just don't go. I actually
fuck
saw
you,
something
Charlie. I
online
dodged those
ban on
shits.
yeast.
clear that Seth Rollins is actually possibly already cleared to wrestle,
Jesus.
and he might be wrestling Logan at Mania.
Are you gonna check these things I'm sending you, Jake?
Into the mic. I don't need to fact check shit. I just trust you. That's the problem.
Here, no,
Yeah,
that's
the
not.
whole problem. Yeah, that's the whole issue.
That's not. I'm
trusting
sending
you.
it to you.
Uh-oh.
Like, there's two things. The one where Danhausen got booed, and then Trump's little statement.
Yeah, we saw Danhausen get booed continually, and I mean, we knew that was going to happen. Let's go ahead and hear this clip from the one and only Grimm's Toy Show.
Oh God.
You're just booing him so hard. Oh God. That was embarrassing. But we knew what was to be expected. Danhausen is an interesting and niche individual and was not going to hit with the live arena probably at all. They were very diabolical for doing that, but he's very nice, very evil.
He's very evil, but he's very nice. The question is, what show is he going to be on, Raw or SmackDown?
Probably Raw, and he could do a backstage thing that's going to be funny, and he'll get everybody to love him.
Enough with the Danhausen. Okay, I'm sick of him already. Next thing.
I'm just asking a question. I'm sorry.
He could be part of the Low Gang. Do you know if he's not part of the Low Gang? He said, "I'm back alive and inside your television." He was.
Do you want Cody to give his thoughts on Danhausen?
No, we're good. We're good. I mean,
are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
not tonight, Chody.
Chody, we're good. Whatever. We're good. No, it's good. No, Chody.
Danhausen is the greatest wrestler of all time. I think that he is better than Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, John Cena, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, The Undertaker. Danhausen is greater than all of them combined and can beat them in a one-on-whatever handicap match against all of them, picking them up all at the same time and pinning all of them and winning. Danhausen loves me, and I love him. I want to marry Danhausen one day.
Danhausen is not going to be the one to premiere in the box. I'm sorry to say that to you. We tried to let you know, but unfortunately, that's not the case. He did come out with a bunch of dancers and a whole list of people, Chody. Look at all the pyro he got. Very, very nice, very evil. Right? When he said he was going to curse people, look, there he was. Like, we got him
look at him. That's so amazing. That's better than John Cena's heel turn and joining The Rock. Oh, my God.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we don't know for sure, but look at Danhausen.
That's so sexy and beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's so hot. Look at how hot he is, Danhausen, being the man there, right?
Let's go.
Oh, look at that. He gives him teeth. He gives teeth to Michael Cole.
This is the debut of all debuts, the greatest debut of all time, if you want to say.
All right.
All right, so what was the greatest debut? Way 2J? Because that's not what we got with this show.
Danhausen is a beautiful soul. Greatest debut in wrestling's history. I think that we need more Danhausen. I think he should open every show, be the middle of every show, and main event every show for the rest of times. All hail
I'm
to
already
Danhausen.
dodging strays for your ass. I don't have time for you to go ahead and be talking about people that need to be worshiping Danhausen. Listen, Cody.
Oh.
All right? It's rough enough to defend you as is. Like, Chody, you and Cody are one and the same. I've told you that before. You two equal one vote.
He's on everything, and I love.
Yeah, you hate nothing. He loves everything, right? No, it's backwards, but we know it. We know what's true. You're the Danhausen simp, and he's the Tiffany simp, and a Liv simp.
I thought it was
Mostly
a Liv one.
It's mostly Liv, but a little bit of Tiffany because she's blonde and she's thick. It's weird.
Oh,
He's taking the mic back. You mentioned Liv, so
I'll say one thing. I hope that
I'm approved.
Balor.
Yeah, don't forget that. Do you still have that image? I'm an approved simp. She gave me the thumbs up and says yes.
She likes you. What's that, Liz?
That's great. I just hope that now that Finn Balor has wrestled Punk again and all that, I hope this leads to something good for Finn Balor instead of and like go away from the Judgment Day, go off on your own, go solo. Just
Okay.
saying.
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to make you upset. That's probably not happening. They want Finn to look like a bitch, and they've done everything in their power
Danhausen is
to do
banned
so.
from Onidi land, effective immediately.
Danhausen
Just like
knows
Donald
what's up.
Trump banned the word "yeet" nationwide.
Okay, Cody, shush up.
Oh, we can't eat. All right. Even if we
Whatever. I
can't
don't
eat,
care
that's
if you
fine.
do it right now.
That's
Tank the
fine.
show. You
Danhausen
can
was still
fire
amazing.
me after the show, but show the tweet that I sent you.
Your money.
Danhausen.
You can fire me after the show.
I could,
I'll
but
take your
Danhausen
money.
is amazing. He loves it. He's so good. We approve of him. Danhausen knows what comedy fans want, and he knows what people that are depressed want.
Oh my God. Are you okay, Jake?
I'm okay. I'm telling you, Danhausen is amazing. All right. Listen, there was 2 WWE reps. They showed up before, and they're like, if you talk highly about the chamber, we'll give you the game. And I'm like, I want the game. So chamber
I'm not
is
getting
great.
the game.
What's the game? What's in the box?
Maybe if they pay me, I'll praise them.
It's Danhausen in the box. Really.
I know.
No, really. Yeah. We tried to
bring
to
up the
avoid
other
trades.
thing. You know what? Because you know what? Maybe I'll get drafted instead and just take my chances there instead of having to watch Danhausen.
But what about Seth Rollins? He plans on taking the WWE title from CM Punk. Come on, that's a necessary evil, right?
Hey, I will say they have that Seth Rollins' new T-shirt he just has out in the WWE shop's pretty good.
He's not had many great shirts, so this one better than most, I would say. Better than some. Better than the others.
I will say my AJ Styles shirt, my AJ Styles hat is pretty cool.
That's awesome, but not for the men. I mean, how is Randy Orton gonna compare to the AJ Styles hat? He's not. So they're like, Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley, we're gonna give them 10% off because they won the chamber. Right away. Look at that. They give us a discount, Cody, a huge discount, 10% off any shirt we want. Even the Liv buys Hot
We need to get
Girls
that show.
Dominic Mysterio
We
shirt.
need to
Look
get
at
that
this.
shirt there.
I know. Look.
We need to get it.
They're giving a discount on Randy and Rhea merch. What a great deal.
I don't want that. I want the me and you need to wear Hot Girls Love Dominic Mysterio t-shirts.
No.
Oh, God.
No, we don't. I know exactly what we need, Cody. I'm going to order them right now. Right the fuck
God.
now. I'm going to get you, me, and Liz some Danhausen t-shirts because we need to be very nice, very cursed.
Jake will actually have me wear that for a fucking show just to be a dick.
Hey, hopefully I'll be buying myself some TNA merch here this coming week. So
Right,
know.
with Danhausen, I mean, he knows what's up. He's very nice and very cursed. They have an Elimination Chamber shirt up. Does that mean anything?
The timer expired.
How is this shirt $43? It's blue. It says Elimination Chamber and EC Chicago 2026, and it's $43.99. How the hell is that possible? Like for what?
Because WWE is crazy for their shirt prices as of late. Because
$43.99 for this? I mean, this is ugly. It's ugly as sin.
I know.
What the fuck? I don't have money for that. I got money for some stuff, but not for this.
The only time I get WWE merch is when it's on sale.
Exactly. You need a coupon code to make this worthwhile. But www.shop.com/countdown to get you 10% off. Cody, how do you feel about Randy Orton winning?
Well, maybe the chat wants to talk, hear my voice more.
They do. They want to know how you feel about Randy Orton winning. Are you excited? What's going on here?
I'm actually excited to see. I'm actually excited for Randy Orton because the guy, he's been around for long enough. I'm happy for him.
I'm excited for Randy. He's going for number 15. He could get it. Things work out theoretically. I'm happy. It makes sense. Is it the best option? No. Is it the most likely or the most obvious answer? No. But it still works. Randy and Drew have had this back and forth, all these issues, all these things, all these problems. And then we go ahead and we're like, oh shit. Now Cody's involved. Now Drew is involved. How do we keep them involved? What about Randy? What about Trick?
What
about Javon?
What's going to happen? The whole thing is you got Drew. You need to quit interrupting me. That's rude.
Who, me or Cody?
Fuck you.
Oh, God, no, I'm not trying to, so go right ahead. What do you think of this match, this setup? We might have lost you. See, that's the problem. There we go. What about on Twitter? There we go. How are we doing now? Can you hear me? Yeah, so we're having some problems regardless. Trying to make a few things work. We'll see what happens. But as of right now, we're having problems in the chat because we can't hear anybody else. Let's see. I think we're offline, but we're trying to get back online. I apologize. I'm sorry for that. Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear both of you.
All right, there we go. I apologize. I think the stream got taken down for half a second, but woo boy, we got it fixed. I apologize. Dan Howdy tried to curse Liz and Cody at the same time, so let's go ahead and get you both to continue. I'm so sorry.
Cursed us all, so he's going to curse everybody. So.
Yes, he did. Danhausen did indeed curse us all. I apologize for the issues. I don't know what happened there, but the chamber decided to just not compete with WWE. So, regardless, thank you all for hanging in there. Hit the like button and hit subscribe. What was your favorite?
I can hear you just fine, so I don't know.
I know. I think it's come back now. I think Discord's okay now. It was having an issue. But Liz, what was your favorite match of the night? Out of the 4, which one did you like the most?
Say that again. I got interrupted by Cody there.
Which match did you like the most? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
out
most?
of the 4,
oh,
yes.
Goodness. Probably the Balor and Punk match.
I would probably have to agree. They really went after each other. They tried the best they could, and they gave us as much as they had to offer. Honestly, I feel like. Cody, I don't know if you can hear us yet, but we're trying to get you back in here. Let's see here.
Yeah, I can hear Cody.
Okay, now you're unmuted. Cody, let's hear you.
Jake muted me, right?
No, I didn't. I think Discord
and he's
does
gonna
that
act
when
like
I
it's an
drop
accident.
out.
Sir, no.
When Discord drops out, for some reason it mutes every participant. So I think I figured it now. But now you're unmuted individually.
I have a
question.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
So you are getting funded a lot of money, I hear, with the Into Somewhere budget. You started at Needy Land, and I'm not getting paid for this.
Well, yeah, I thought Needy Land would be like Legoland just for the rest of us poor folks.
But
I thought it would be
you're
fun.
using my likeness.
Yeah.
Needy Land's money is going to me. You didn't know that?
Yeah, it's all going straight to Liz. I mean, like, what
more
did
Liz
do you
do
want?
to deserve this?
So here's the thing. Needy Land goes directly into Liz Land, and that goes into Paul Land, which goes into Cody Land again because you have the subsequent offer, which then goes into Liz Land again because she's got a little bit higher purchase of the content than you when she bought shares into somewhere. So sorry, but Liz outranks you only by like 0.4%, but just enough to tell you what to do.
I'm sorry. What was the point of the timer? If I think we need to.
There was a timer?
Yeah, there was.
I don't
a time
remember
I
one.
remember.
I don't remember.
Well, I don't
one.
know. I think the chat's having a good time. What do you think, chat? Y'all having a good time?
I think Chad's having a great time, and that's all that
Yeah.
matters, Cody. I don't remember
We're gonna
any
keep you
timer being
entertained.
up ever. I think you're insane. There has not once ever been a timer on this channel, and fuck.
See, this is
We
what
got,
happens. This is what happens when
besides
I come
this
on.
one-
Everybody sticks
besides
together.
this
Messenger
one again.
online.
We got an amazing photo from CM Punk.
Yes,
I got
besides,
an interview from CM Punk, and he sent in a photo.
we're going to need it. All right, let's go ahead and check out Punk wearing both his wife's and his newly acquired IC title, because he's got it from his wife, right? Isn't that what you're saying? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I was trying to do an interview, and then he just came out like that.
Yeah, how did he know his wife was going to win the icy title this morning? And it's so icy, I thought she wouldn't want. Never mind. We got 9 minutes left. If you guys want to go ahead and jump into the open Discord, you can. Please go ahead and challenge our views. We demand it.
Oh boy.
But besides that, we thank you all for being here.
Bring
Liz,
up the other topic, Jakey.
I will. Liz, what do you give tonight overall out of 10? I'm curious what your rating is.
10?
I'm at a 7.5.
Probably a 6.
I'm much higher than I should be, and that's why I give it a 7.5. A 6 sounds much more reasonable. Cody, where are you at still until the chat argues with you?
A 4.
A 4.
A 4, yeah. The same
A
chat
4, a
that can't
6,
get in
a
here
7.
and have
Well,
any arguments against my takes.
A 7.5. So
It should
really,
be a
we're at like
cakewalk.
a 5.75, if I think my math is right, you know?
Sounds
Yeah.
all right. Well, I mean, the one thing I got to say about Drew is pretty much, all this times he's interfered with Cody and Jacob and all this stuff. I said, yeah, well, it's come back to haunt you now, doesn't it? Yup.
You can tell him he's fucked up enough. You have rued the day where you would fuck over
Well, I tell you one thing, Nick Aldis
Jacob Rhodes and
Nick
Cody O'Neill.
Aldis during the post show. Nick Aldis I was like, he took his jacket off. I was like,
He was
God damn,
mad.
Nick Aldis was
You know,
pissed.
he's got the road to WrestleMania blues. He's like, all right, Drew, you're taking on.
You know, it's kind of funny. Nick Aldis
everybody."
is right. Nick Aldis is actually in the new WWE game.
That's awesome. There are 400 people in the new WWE game before we even
That's
get to the
insane.
DLC roster. That's
insane.
crazy. Holy
You know,
hell. We're going to be playing
haven't
2K25
ordered- I
tomorrow
haven't
morning,
got- I haven't
2K26
gotten
on
it.
the 6th. Exactly.
I need to pre-order that game, I guess, eventually.
Yeah, I mean, 2K gave us a standard copy. We upgraded it to the whatever next Triple H edition copy. I think it is the game copy.
Yeah.
That gives us
See, the
7
thing is,
days early access.
I play everything on the PS5. So,
Yeah, they want to steal everybody's money possible. It seems like.
Well, I tell you one thing, video
They
games
do.
nowadays are getting expensive because I mean, I
So
was looking
expensive.
at a game. I was looking at a game the other day that I was going to get, and I was like, $70.
Yeah, it gets expensive. So $70 just to have that like barely anything game. And then
Yeah.
if you want to have the one with like different stuff to it and different sides,
Yeah.
forget it. You are screwed unless you want to spend $159. You want the Attitude Era pack, you want the Wrestlers pack, the CM Punk pack, the Joe Hendry stuff. You better fork over money.
Yeah, the
It's
game
all
I was looking at,
DLC.
it was just a basic game. It was like $70. Then it had the deluxe edition, was like $100.
Yeah.
And then the ultimate edition was $150.
Crazy, right? It shouldn't be that much, but it is. And that's what kills me. I mean, $70 for the game, $50 for the season pass. So $129 before you're even out the door for just the
Yeah.
season pass and the game. Then if you want other
Right.
editions, it's $159, $179. Like, it's crazy. For what? For what? She knows. Iago knows. He doesn't want to hear a bunch of announcements for $50. So they give you the packs, but you don't even get them unlocked. You can't even use the DLC wrestlers. You have to unlock them in the story mode to do it.
Right.
And if there's 40 levels for each story mode, that's 6 months worth of content. Or you can pay $1.99 for each level out of 40. So that's $80 per season. You could pay to complete the season.
See, I got the WWE 2K25 game for free because I was on the PlayStation
Me
Plus
too.
when it was free. So
absolutely, I did as well. I got it for free for getting 2K26, and it's not a great game. There's some improvements. I think 2K26 is going to be an improvement overall, but there's still a lot to get to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 2K26, it looks great. I mean, from what I've seen on the commercials and all, but I'm just
Dumpster
like,
match, Inferno match, TLC, 3 stages of hell. They're adding a bunch of stuff. I'm excited. Let's go for it.
As much as I like to get it, I just can't afford it at the moment. So,
exactly.
You know,
so
I spent enough money trying to get my heat fixed, which cost me a fortune. So
let's see if that 2K code works, and we'll find out if they're actually going to be gifting us stuff or if somebody's just emailing me to try and steal my Steam account.
Ooh, yeah, be careful about
and
that.
We know about that, right? They're out there. Yes, indeed.
Be careful about that. Be careful about this. Also Discord. You gotta be careful about
that too.
Crazy shit on Discord.
They're out there.
Yeah.
Some AI wants me to add them.
I have my own Discord, and every once in a while I'll get this random person will join, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll look and see when they actually joined the Discord, and I joined the actual made their account, and I'm like, yeah, you made your account 2 days ago. Yeah, you're not a real person, I guarantee you.
You're waiting to make yourself look real, but 2 days ago I'm not biting, but there's people that will, so.
Oh yeah.
We still got 308 left on the super chat.
I'll be like, I'll type in like, hi, welcome, and tag their name, and see if they actually respond back. And if they don't respond back within like 2 or 3 hours, then I'm like, yeah, well, you're obviously not gonna, you're out.
Then exactly. But at least there's a lot of people faking to be us in the chat, so unless it's checkmark, it's not into somewhere. But you can find myself, Cody, Spaz, and Liz all in the description box down below. The State of Wrestling goes out every week. We've got Into Somewhere live every Wednesday. Thursday night is our Into Somewhere game night.
What's Kit Wilson doing? Oh my God.
Kit Wilson. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Friday, we got our SmackDown review. Monday is Raw, and Tuesday is NXT. Make sure you check out hashtag Into Somewhere to find all the review links down below. Thank you all so much for joining us. I mean, if we've got anybody else with any other opinions, we'll take them right now. Head into the open Discord if you've got something to challenge us with.
People. Last chance.
Last chance. Let's go ahead and hear what you have to say.
Last call for alcohol.
So finish your whiskey and beer. I'm with you.
There you go.
All I've got left is Red Bull.
It's officially March the 1st, chat.
Or February 29th. If you like to call it that.
Or February 31st.
31st. No yeet, because it's not allowed. February 31st,
Oh, okay.
Only for today. That's it. Tomorrow we're good. March 1st we're good, but February 31st, no yeet. It's canceled.
Okay. All right.
I know. Sorry, it's not my choice either, but thank you guys for being here. Liz is on Twitch playing games regularly. You can go ahead and check her out at DJ Anime 2016 on Twitch. Help her get to her follower goal.
I stream 4 days a week.
Yes, indeed.
Except for tonight, obviously.
You're out there providing the entertainment. A pinch of punch for the first day of the new month of March. Exactly. Rabbit. Hope everybody has a good month. Nate, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody else that has hung out with us tonight. We appreciate you all greatly. We've got 40 seconds left on the timer. If you guys want to go ahead and join us. If not, we'll be live tomorrow with some 2K gameplay as well as so much more.
Gameplay.
Yeah.
Cody's gonna have gameplay?
I know, right? It's going to be shocking, but Cody and I with some 2K gameplay, we've got Into Somewhere crossover with UCR podcast. Going to be a great time. So hopefully you guys can join that. But we look forward to seeing you all again.
March Madness.
We got to take it on.
March Madness.
We've got our guesses coming too, but I would give this a 5 out of 10. I think that's fair. Liz, where are you at out of 10?
6.
6 out of 10 is fair. Cody, where are you at, my friend?
4.
4 out of 10. Damn.
The more we talk about it, I'm feeling going lower.
You're just dropping down and down. I don't blame you. You know, not one bit. Well, guys, we'll be live tomorrow at 2K Gameplay. We've got our lovely Into Somewhere crossover with the UCR podcast. On Monday, we'll be live with a Raw review. Tuesday, live
MLB,
with Into Somewhere.
Major League Baseball.
Lots of baseball talk to be had. Liz will be joining us for that one, too. We've got everybody heading over to the Discord.
Baseball. Heck yeah.
So go ahead and join the Discord right now if you'd like at Countdown Ended. We thank you all for being here. And we'll be live tomorrow with so much content. Don't miss it. Hit the like button. Turn on the notification bell because, like I said, we're live all the time. And YouTube, if we use any naughty words, doesn't like to notify you that we are live. But until then, I hope you all stay sexy. The Elimination Chamber, not won by John Cena, but Randy Orton and Rhea Ripley. We're excited.
Yeah, guess what? We had no Rock.
Right? No Rock, no Travis Scott, no Fiend, no nothing. We just got the good old wrestling. And I'm excited. Until then, I hope you all stay sexy. Follow me at Countdown In on Twitter, at Jake DeMarco on YouTube.
Chat.
I hope you all have a great night. Stay sexy. Everybody that's friends of the show, Liz, Spaz, and Cody in the description box down below. Until then, have a great night, and we'll see you all tomorrow for more content. Stay sexy. Woo! It's got a beat, right?
Yeah.
It's
lit,
good
pal.
bed.
Jake in the chair. Cody in the chair. Into somewhere, right here. Chat filling up, thumb hit, lock in. Logo spin once, then the car drops in. Still hanging high, city buzz. Night cold, 6 walk in, 1 walks out. Go, elimination on the screen. We break every scene from the kickoff talk.